disappear and so we can move on. I got shot by here.
You know what?
No, I don't care. Will you give me some potatoes? Chris is running over trying to, talk about it more. I wasn't in the mood of.
No, I don't care. You know your outfit.
Please. Wow. It's pretty awkward.
Say you're sorry and I'll take it, definitely.
Don't give me an attitude. All I did was ask you to give me some potatoes and you were like, get it yourself.
No, I said I'm going to stand up for myself.
Actually,
right
you
now.
know, Mr. Chappelle, yeah, you want to speak about
me. I ain't going here.
No, I don't want to talk about it anymore. If you want to, go talk about it with them. You've been talking about it since we got done.
Because that's what the whole point of the exercise are, to talk about them.
I do that to you.
Like, you can get people everyone asks me to come to committees going on the lift. I don't stand up. It's stupid.
I'm going hard right now.
No, you go get your own.
I came back here where I started because I was shooting my final Netflix special tonight.
Hey, come out.
You can stay. He doesn't want to give me an airline ticket home?
Wow.
And after this shit,
Now you're acting like a child.
it's time to make my way again.
Social census right?
This girl's just a
I've done
hard
too
ass.
well.
She's like a dude.
You know, if you're black and show this I've done too well,
No reason
it's
to care.
scary, nigga. Like,
He yells at
you gotta get the fuck out of the casino. While it's good, while you're still on it.
Hey, Honky.
You don't walk away from the table. That's how niggas
You
get
think this
Kevin
is a
Hart.
joke? That's what you know. You sit down and take it in front of people saying,
You already know.
because I just hear enough to do it. And that's really.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying, if you got a sex tape out, well, it's just a matter of time for me.
Yeah, I am. Go back and sit down.
No, no, no. Go back. You really want to start that way?
But you know why? I've been thinking sometimes I want to stop doing comedy.
This is more you.
I don't want to sound like a brat saying
I'm
this.
over it.
The real reason I want to stop is because I'm too goddamn good at it.
Should have known better than to be arguing when you know those directors are around. We gotta go sit down with them one-on-one.
Every night before I come out on stage, I'll be backstage like, I'm sure
Sure,
it's
don't
going to
worry
go
now.
well.
I I'm
And it always
frustrated that
does.
he is getting angry and I'm
So
going to help her right this moment.
We
And
got those
writing
kind of
jokes,
people
and this is
with
not
everybody.
even
I
an
get so
exaggeration.
annoyed with
I
it.
actually write jokes. I
What
will
do you
write
do?
a punchline. I just put it on the script. I'll put the script and put my fishbowl like a fake bowl.
If you really now that
Filled
we
with
use
random
that term,
punchlines.
that is
Every once in a
exactly
while,
what
I'll
we
shake
are.
the bowl
I'm in trouble.
and I'll dig in there and
I
just
don't
pull
think
one
you
out
should die with that
and see if I
shit.
can make that
Therefore,
shit
your
work.
ass is living. Fix it. That's my
I
point.
picked one for this special.
She needs to fix it.
It's not
Or
an
she
easy
needs
one.
to die.
Are you ready?
All started with the fact that
Here it
you
goes.
told me
Punchline.
to shut up and stop talking about what
Keep
just
turning
happened.
the pussy.
Get me some food. And I said, get your own self some food. We're supposed to be here to work on this
I
thing.
haven't finished the joke yet. I just know what happened at the beginning of the joke. At the end of the joke, for some reason, I'm going to kick somebody in the pussy. It's going to be hilarious.
That is exactly, but that's why this comes off so phony to me. He's trying so hard to get everybody's approval.
Remember the time when I wasn't, you know,
Emotional.
when I was growing up, I was probably about 8 years old. At the time,
I just,
we lived in
I
Silk
need to open up so she's on my level.
I want to be an individual stuff, but tell me
Yes.
what is bothering
Common
you.
misconception about me in
Because
DC.
I'm not
A
fake.
lot of people
This
think
is
I'm
what
from
I'm
the
talking
hood.
about. Tell me what
That's
I
not
have to
true.
do to change it. I don't even have to tell you all the time to
But I
change
never
something. That's
bothered to
exactly what you just
correct
asked you.
anybody.
Tell me what I need to do. I agree with that.
Because I wanted the streets to embrace me.
Anything, just tell me what I got to do. I'll do it.
As a matter of fact, I kept it up as a ruse. Like sometimes I'll hang out with rappers like Nas and them, and these motherfuckers start talking about the project. Yo, it was wild in the PJs, yo. And I'll be like, word, nigga, word. But I don't know.
I know, right? Bitch don't know, right? I know, right? Bitch don't know, right?
My parents did just well enough so that I could grow up poor around white people. And to be honest, when Nas and them talk about the projects, nigga, I used to get jealous because it sounded fun. Everybody in the projects was poor. And that's fair. But if you were poor in Silver Spring, nigga, it felt like it was only happening to you. Nas does not know pain of that first sleepover at a white friend's house. You come back home on Sunday and just look at your parents like, you need to step your game up. Everything at Timmy's house works. Remember the first time you saw that? A cold winter, and you be at a white friend's house and see the motherfuckers in their living room without their coats on? Timmy was one of my first white friends, like, in my life, man. Good dude, too. He moved to Silver Spring from Utah, of all places. I guess his family was affiliated with that Mormon church they got down there. And then we used to hang out. And one day I was at his house, we were just hanging out, and Timmy says, Dave, why don't you stay for dinner tonight? I said, oh, man, I'd love to, but I can't. If I'm not home before dark, my mother will kill me. Wow. That was a lie. My mother had some jobs. I hadn't seen her in like 3 or 4 days. And the only reason I lied to Timmy was because at that point in my life, it was my experience that white dinner wasn't delicious. I'd rather go home and fry some bologna or some shit like that. But then old Timmy threw me a curveball I wasn't expecting. He said, well, it's too bad you can't stay, Dave, because Mom made stovetop stuffing. I said, what the fuck, stovetop? Well, hold on, nigga. Let me make phone calls real quick. I had seen that commercial so many times. I had dreamt of getting my hands on some of that stovetop stuffing. Finally, I met a motherfucker that actually had a box of stovetop in the house. I couldn't miss this opportunity, so I pretended to call my mother. And then I came back and I said, Timmy, you're not going to believe this. Great news. Mom said I can stay. And he said, fantastic. He said, why don't you come with me and we'll help set the table and then we can say the blessing. I had no interest in setting this motherfucker's table or saying these crazy-ass Mormon prayers. I just wanted that goddamn stuffing. So I told Timmy, I said, you know what? I'd love to help, but let me go wash my hands first. My plan was simple. Wash my hands slowly, and by the time I'm done, the table will be set, the blessing will be said, and all that there will be left to do is eat. Went to the bathroom. I washed my hands very slowly. I must have been in there for about 10 minutes. And suddenly, one of his mothers came to the door. She was like, hi, David, right? I said, yes, ma'am. She said, Timmy tells me that you're planning on staying for dinner. I said, I hope that's not a problem, ma'am. She says, no, it's no problem. In fact, we'd love to have you. It's just that we weren't expecting company. And I'm afraid there's not enough stovetop stuffing for everybody. So I kicked her in the pussy. Ladies and gentlemen, I told you I'm dope, nigga. I told you what I was gonna say, and you still didn't see it coming. And that's why I make the big bucks. Oh my God. But there's a more important reason that I would stop doing comedy right now. And this reason is the real reason that's been percolating, and it really is the crowd, not you. I'm talking about the crowd on the big stage. Too hard to entertain a country whose ears are so brittle. Motherfuckers are so sensitive. The whole country is turned into bitch-ass niggas. Everything you say upsets somebody. You know, I can remember when it all started. It was when I was doing Chappelle's Show. When I was doing Chappelle's Show, I used to do the show, and then on the weekends I do like concerts and shit like that. So I'm doing a concert, and there was a couple in the front row, beautiful couple. The wife was obviously Asian. You could see it in her face. The husband, this motherfucker was mysterious, to say the least. Couldn't quite pinpoint where he was from. Caramel-colored fella, very nice hair, but he could have been from anywhere. Bangladesh, Mexico. I can't guess with a nigga like this. All I knew for sure about this guy is that his wife was a bitch. I could see that in her face, too. No, he was laughing and having a good time, and she was scowling at me at a goddamn comedy show. I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized at some point that she was pregnant, and I was smoking on stage. I said, oh my God, that's probably why she's mad. So I started to put my cigarette out, but then she hit me with one of them fake non-smoker calls. So I just kept smoking. I thought to myself, bitch, that babe will be fine. Relax. And I tried to break the tension. I just asked her. That's all I said. I go, hey, where are you guys from anyway? And I could tell that she was on to me. She goes, very condescendingly, she says, I'm from California. If you're asking my ethnicity, I am Chinese. And her husband was just cool about the shit. He was like, I'm Mexican, bro. I said, well, I'm sorry if I offended you by asking, but you're a very beautiful couple. And there's no question that you're going to give birth to the hardest working baby this world has ever seen. It's not a bad joke. She got very upset. She got up to leave immediately, but she didn't just leave. She had to take one last dig at me on the way out. I will never buy one of your fucking DVDs again, Dave Chappelle. I said, ma'am, with all due respect, Chinese people don't buy DVDs. And the crowd went crazy. We were all laughing, having a good time. I didn't even think anything of it. And then just 3 days later, this lady sends a fucking letter to my promoter telling him not to book me for shows anymore because I was, quote, racist, and I'm quoting her, insensitive to the nature of my interracial marriage. I was like, word, bitch, I was. If she had just done a little bit of research, she would know that I myself am in an interracial marriage. That's right. In fact, my wife is Asian too. Surprise, bitch. I'll see you on Thanksgiving. But my wife's not Chinese. She's Filipino. That's right. And our kids are Puerto Rican somehow, so there you go. I don't give a fuck about interracial marriage. In fact, you know what? My mother is half white. A lot of people don't know that. All right, you were a little too excited, but okay. A lot of people don't believe me when I say that, but it's true. You can't tell looking at me. But if I grew my hair out, you would think you was at a fucking Cat Williams concert. My shit is beautiful. But motherfuckers are just taking it too far. I don't know why or how everybody got this goddamn sensitive. You know who hates me the most? The transgender community. Yeah, these motherfuckers. I mean, I didn't realize how bad it was. These motherfuckers, I was really mad about that last Netflix special.
That's fucking...
It's tough, man. I don't know what to do about it because I like them. I always had. Never had a problem with them.
Just people.
You know, Just fucking around.
Yeah, just fucking around.
As a matter of fact, I think I make fun of everybody, and I mean, as a group of people, they have to admit that it's kind of fucking hilarious, man. I'm sorry. I've never seen somebody in such a hilarious predicament not have a sense of humor about it. They're born feeling like there's something other than they're born as, and that's kind of funny, you know. I mean, it's funny if it's not happening to you.
It's 80%.
It's like that white black bitch that's in the news all the time. Rachel Dozer. She always says that. She's a white woman, but then she dressed up like a nigga and shot her way up to the very top of blackness. And I always wanted to meet her just so I could understand. I just wanted to like have dinner with her so I could just look in her eyes, call her a nigger to her face. What the fuck is that bitch talking about? I identify black. That is trans talk, lady. Stop biting. Stop biting. It's a big difference between her and a trans. The difference between her and a trans is I believe transgenders. I don't understand them either, but I know they mean what they say. Them niggas cut their dicks off. It's all the proof I need. I've never seen somebody just throw their dick away. Don't need it. I don't understand, but I believe you, and I support your decision, motherfucker. How far is Rachel willing to go? What is Rachel willing to do so that we blacks can believe that she believes she's actually one of us? Bitch, are you willing to put a lien on your house so that you can invest in a mixtape that probably won't work out? She didn't even change her name. Didn't even change her name. Her name is Rachel. I can't believe in that name. If you want my support, you're going to have to change your name to the blackest shit I've ever heard. But you're going to have to change your name to Draymond Green. I don't know a blacker name than that. This shit is black on paper. If you type Draymond Green in the Airbnb, that shit will log off automatically. People get mad, bro. People get mad about everything I say. I was doing a show. I was in Portland, Oregon. And I was checked in a hotel under the name Charles Edward Cheese.
I
came back to my room late at night. And there was a note. It was like a letter on my desk. It was addressed to Mr. Cheese. So obviously, I'm going to assume that whoever wrote this letter must be an intimate friend of mine. This is not some kind of name that a person would just guess. But then I open the letter, and it turns out I don't know this person at all. It's a fan letter. You know, I'm not even used to the idea that I have fans, but I'm grateful for it. And even though I'm grateful for fans, I don't read those letters. It'd be nice if I did, but realistically, it's like, what am I, Santa Claus, nigga? I don't have time for this. Got shit I want to do. I'm trying to chill. Read all these dreams and wishes from strangers. But I read it. I'd already opened it. So I just read the whole letter. And you know what, man? Whoever wrote this letter truly loves me. I mean, they were really fucking nice in the letter. And then they described to me what it was like to come to the show, how excited they were, how much fun they were having. And then they said that when I got to my jokes about transgenders, that they were, quote, devastated. Because it turns out that whoever wrote the letter was transgender. Now, I'm going to be real for a second. As a policy, you got to understand, I never feel bad about anything I say up here. And I would never admit this to you if I hadn't locked your phones up. But it was the weirdest thing. Like when I read this letter, this shit made me feel bad. I didn't feel bad about what I said, you understand? I felt bad that I made somebody else feel bad. To be honest, I don't even know what I said that upset that person. I have so many transgender jokes. But I feel like it was probably this joke I'm about to tell you right now. And it's not even that bad of a joke. It's a true joke. I mean, it's not true, but I had read in the paper that Caitlyn Jenner was contemplating posing nude in an upcoming issue of Sports Illustrated. And I know it's not politically correct to say these things, so I just figured, fuck it, I'll say it for everybody else. Yuck. You know, sometimes I just want to read some stats. I don't know why you're going to cram some man pussy in the middle of the sports page. I just didn't think that was the place for it. But I wasn't saying anything like Caitlyn Jenner's a bad person. I'm not mad at her for doing it. Not even mad at Sports Illustrated. If I'm mad at somebody, I'm probably just mad at myself. You understand? Deep down, I know that I am not strong enough to not look at those pictures. I don't think I'm ready to see what she's trying to show. So Caitlyn, goddamn, if you go through with this thing, bitch, you better go hard or go home. I want you to go all the way. Hustler style. You know what hustler style means, miss? That means spread the lips. Oh, she spreads her lips and there's an itty bitty dick inside. The show is behind the curtains. I don't know what I said that upset that person. But I'm going to tell you something. When I read that letter, and the moments after I read it, I did something that many black men in America do not have the time or the money to do. I thought about how I felt. I asked myself a very basic question that I don't think I ever directly contemplated. I said, man, Dave, if you're writing all these jokes, do you have a problem with transgender people? And the answer is absolutely not. The fuck do you guys think I am? I don't understand all the choices that people make. But I do understand that life is hard, and that those types of choices do not disqualify you from a life with dignity and happiness and safety. But if I'm honest, my problem has never been with transgender people. My problem has always been with the dialogue about transgender people. I just feel like these things should not be discussed in front of the blacks. It's fucking insulting, all this talk about how these people feel inside. Since when has America given a fuck how any of us feel inside? And I cannot shake this awful suspicion that the only reason everybody is talking about transgenders is because white men want to do it. That's right. I just said that. If it was just women that felt that way, or black dudes and Mexican dudes being like, hey, y'all, we feel like girls inside. They'd be like, shut up, nigga. No one asked you how you felt. Come on, everybody, we have strawberries to pick. It reeks of white privilege. You never asked yourself why it was easier for Bruce Jenner to change his gender than it was for Cassius Clay to change his fucking name? And if I were to be brutally honest, the only reason I ever been mad at the transgender community is because I was at a club in LA and danced with one of these niggas for 6 songs straight. And then the lights came up and I saw them knuckles. I said, oh no! And everybody was laughing at me. Hi, world star. I said, why didn't you say anything? Then I heard that sultry voice. I didn't say anything, Dave Chappelle, because I was having a wonderful time. And I wasn't sure how you'd feel about it. I said, you knew how I'd feel. And she said, I'm going home. I don't want any trouble from you. I said, home, it's only 2 songs left. I mean, we might as well finish the night. And we ended up having breakfast together. I'll grow up. That doesn't make me gay. I just titty fucked her. His titties are as real as any titties in their lap. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. I was just borrowing a little friction from a stranger. Whoops. It's the man disputes. Types of mistakes the man makes when he's young. I wouldn't even know that it's necessarily a mistake. It was a wild night out. But I don't do it like that anymore. I'm old. I'm 44 now. It's the first time in my life I've ever started to physically feel my age. It's tough, man. You know how I'm getting old? This is embarrassing, but I was in my hotel room. I'm not gonna lie, I was jerking off, and I was really sweating it out. And this is when I knew I was old. I just gave up in the middle, like nothing even happened. I don't like looking at my dick anymore. My dick looks distinguished. It's old, an old looking dick. It's got salt and pepper hair all around it. My dick looks like Morgan Freeman in the 90s. Without the dots. My dick narrates. And Dave pulled me out and started jerking me around and jerking me around. But not with the same vigor as when he was young. He and I both knew nothing was coming out. I see my age in my children. I came home from the road. This is not long ago. I've been gone for, if you can picture, I was gone for weeks and weeks. And when I came back, nobody was home. Now, one person in my family thought that maybe I'd like to see them when I got back. Like, they knew when I was coming back, but they just weren't home. And that shit was a wake-up call. You know, like when my kids were little and the tour bus would pull up to the house, these motherfuckers would spill out. Dad is home, hooray! And they'd hug me and kiss me, and then as the years went on, they'd get less interested. Hey, everybody, look, it's Mr. Promises back from the road. But empty house, that's some cold shit. And I went into my oldest son's room. I was like, hello, hello. He was gone. And I'd never done this to him before, but for some reason I just did it. I just looked through his shit. Just to see who this motherfucker was becoming. And I found these notebooks and I started going through the notebooks and there was all this wonderful poetry in them. Written as his handwriting. I didn't even know this nigga wrote poems. And then I looked through his drawers and I opened up his middle drawer. And I found this rolling paper. And I looked down at them papers like, oh, that's where that poetry is coming from. And that shit broke my heart. I mean, I smoked weed, but I mourned my son's innocence. And I cried a little bit. And I took his papers upstairs to my room. Rolled some weed that I'd hid from the family. And I got really high. And then I got paranoid. So I put his papers back how I found them. So he wouldn't know what I was up to. This nigga won't even know that that happened until he sees the special. Yeah, nigga, I found your papers. He's a cold motherfucker. Let me tell you, this kid is only 16 years old. Listen to what he did to me. This motherfucker calls me up in the middle of the night. It was 1 o'clock in the morning. He goes, Dad, don't be mad. I knew something was terribly wrong. I said, what's going on? He said, listen, I'm fine. And don't forget, you told me to do this. I'm at a party, and my designated driver had too much to drink. Me and my friends need you to come pick us up. I said, Jesus Christ, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, nigga. I am shit-faced. And I figured, fuck, it's better me than some kid. I might as well roll the dice and go pick my nigga up. I said, all right, I'm coming to get you. Just give me the address and I'll be right there. And then he gave me the address and I was shocked. I said, son, you are not gonna believe this, but I'm at the same party, man. They grow fast, don't they? Can I ask you a weird question? I don't want to make you feel uncomfortable. You don't have to answer it, and if it doesn't go well, we'll just edit it out anyway. Is it weird to be the only white people in a row? Is it weird? I mean, you can be honest. Does it feel strange? Are you worried at all? Give me your money, motherfucker. I'm fucking around. This guy got ice in his veins. He didn't even buckle. You know, like many black men my age, the first time I voted was 8 years ago. Yeah. I saw Obama on TV. I said, oh, I'm voting for this nigga. I remember the day I voted for Obama. I voted in Ohio. And my vote matters in Ohio. Ohio is a battleground state. But when I pulled up to the polls, all the soldiers were in line. There were so many black people in that goddamn line. I didn't even know it was a polls. I thought it was a check cashing place. We were hugging each other and old people were singing hymns and spirituals and shit. It was like the OJ verdict times 10 or some shit. I've never seen black people that happy. 8 years later, I'm pulling up to the polls again. This time I'm driving a brand new Porsche because the Obama years were very good to me. I was early voting. And when I parked my car, I figured out something that would take the rest of the country another week to figure out. I understood that Donald Trump was going to be our next president because in Ohio, unlike D.C., you could see the results in the parking lot. So all these goddamn pickup trucks and tractors and shit. And then I walked up and I saw a long line. Dusty white people. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, these were the poor whites. I must tell you, I've never had a problem with white people ever in my life. Full disclosure. The poor whites are my least favorites. We've gotten a lot of trouble out of them. And I've never seen so many of them up close. I looked them right in their coal-smeared faces. And to my surprise, you know what I didn't see? I didn't see one deplorable face in that group. I saw some angry faces and some determined faces, but they felt like decent folk. No, they did. In fact, I'm not even lying, and I didn't sound fucked up, but I felt sorry for them. I know the game now. I know that rich white people call poor white people trash. And the only reason I know that is because I made so much money last year. The rich whites told me they say it at a cocktail party. And I'm not with that shit. And I stood with them in line, like all of us Americans are required to do in a democracy. Nobody skips the line to vote. And I listened to them. I listened to them say naive, poor white people things. Man, Donald Trump's gonna go to Washington and he's gonna fight for us. I'm standing there thinking in my mind, you dumb motherfucker. You are poor. He's fighting for me. And they all looked at me. They could tell who I was voting for just as easily as I could tell who they were voting for. But do you guys know what we all had in common? Not one of us, not a single one of us, looked like we felt good about what we had to do in that booth. We were just doing our goddamn duty. Yes, I voted for Hillary Clinton. Of course I did. I voted for her because I liked what she said vastly better than I liked what he said. But to be honest with you, at that point, that shit was like watching Darth Vader do the I Have a Dream speech. That bitch is mean as hell. She'd already Karate Kid swept Bernie Sanders' legs from underneath him. Boy, it was hard voting for that shit. But it was the lesser of the evils. I know you were a Clinton supporter, Miss. I am sorry to say like that. It didn't feel bad voting for her, but it didn't feel as good as it should have. She was going to be our first woman president. They were going to make coins out of this bitch. And somehow she just missed the dunk. Of course she should have beat him. Of course she should have beat him. You know what voting for her felt like? It was bittersweet. It felt like I was lucky enough to eat Halle Berry's pussy. And whilst I was doing so, she fucking farted in my face, man. Now you understand, I'd still do it. But boy, I wish she didn't fart in this great nation's face. I voted that day, and then that same day I flew to New York City. I had work. That night I was in a comedy club in New York, and I said to an audience almost exactly what I just said to you. And I didn't know that there was a journalist in the room. And this journalist wrote an article. The headline of the article said, Dave Chappelle is an avid Donald Trump supporter. Yeah, I had no idea the paper said that. And you know how I found out? My wife called me from Ohio the next morning in a goddamn panic. David, what the fuck is going on in New York? I said, I'm being good, but what have you heard? And my wife said, the paper is saying that you're a Donald Trump supporter. I was like, phew. I said, don't worry about that shit, baby. Nobody in their right mind would believe that. And she said, no, David, people believe it. And then she started reading the comments to me. Oh, they were terrible. All these black people call me all kinds of Uncle Toms and shit. I should tell you, buddy, this is a very serious allegation from one black to another. I was incensed. Uncle Tom? How am I Uncle Tom, nigga? You the one that reads the Observer? Anyway, all this shit goes down. And Saturday night rolls around, and now Trump is the president, and I'm hosting Saturday Night Live. And I didn't really like prepare my monologue. I just kind of winged it. And at the end of the monologue, I don't even remember what I said. I said something like, you know, fuck it, like we're historically disenfranchised, and we can give him something about we're gonna give him a chance if he gives us a chance. I don't know what I said, but whatever I said, I really wish I didn't say that shit. It was not worth the trouble. Now I walk into the barbershop and all them black people just be looking at me like, yo, Dave, what's up with your boy? Yo, nigga, yo! Not my boy. Because I don't care if you're a Republican or Democrat, if you support him or not, any objective person is going to have to admit that this motherfucker is having a terrible go of it. It really is. We've had presidents before that have done bad jobs, but this shit is worse than a bad job. It's scary to watch. Holy shit, it's like seeing a crack pipe in your Uber driver's passenger seat. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? Yo, he is lunching, nigga. I watched Donald Trump in a press conference, and this motherfucker had all the media gathered, and this nigga literally asked the media to their face to stop finding shit out. I was like, yo, this motherfucker is bugging. And then, I'm not even making this up, his lips started sweating. His lips. Have you ever seen a motherfucker's lip sweat? What the fuck is wrong with this nigga's lips? It's like if you're on a plane, right? You ever been on a plane? I get scared to fly. I do it all the time. I be scared on there. And sometimes the plane will hit turbulence. And then I get nervous. But I always look at the flight attendant. And she looks calm. And it makes me feel calm. But if that bitch's lips were swaying, it's terrifying. Like, yo, nigga, why are your lips swaying? What do you know? And then, I'm not even making this shit up. This motherfucker grabbed the phone and he goes, you don't know how scary the things I read in my briefings are. And I was like, holy shit, man. You ain't supposed to tell us that, bro. That's bad leadership. Even as a parent, you think I'm gonna sit my kids down? Hey, little man, come here real quick. I want to holler at you for a second. Yo, I'm 3 months behind on the rent, nigga, and I am worried. Very worried. Go to school and have a productive day, nigga. I was just thinking out loud, getting some shit off my chest. Like, what the fuck are you doing, bro? This is bad, man. Jesus Christ. All this motherfucker's ideas sound like high people ideas. Like he doesn't think these things through before he tells us. He just tells us what he's saying as soon as it occurs to him. This shit sounds nuts. I'm gonna go to China and I'm gonna get those jobs from China and bring them back here to America. For what, nigga? So iPhones can be $9,000? Leave that job in China where it belongs. None of us want to work that hard. What the fuck is he thinking? I want to wear Nikes. I don't want to make them shits. What the fuck are you doing? Stop trying to give us Chinese jobs. I am going to bring back coal. Coal? I'm not even exaggerating. I have never in my life even seen a fucking lump of coal. I honestly don't even know what coal is for. If you're gonna have motherfuckers digging around in the dirt looking for shit, find me some truffles, nigga. That's what I'm about. And these truffle prices are getting out of control. If it gets any worse, I'm gonna be back down to regular butter like everybody else.
She was giving fucking she was
terrible job. This motherfucker hit North Korea with rap battle threats. Fire and fury, like, yo! Yo, what are you doing? It's fucking Korea, man. Kim Jong-un is a scary motherfucker. He might be as crazy as Trump. Some scary shit. And if you're one of them naive motherfuckers that thinks that a war with Korea is going to be easy, then you don't play Call of Duty at 3 a.m. like I do. Because that's when the Koreans play. This fucking 8-year-old Korean kid took out my whole goddamn platoon last night. I've never seen somebody in the office so high with the most just basic fucking solutions. Like, you know, we should not let any more Muslims in the country till we can figure out what's going on. Did he just say, figure out what's going on? Who doesn't know how to do basic math? Let's count it out, okay? It's been 17 mass shootings in the United States. 4 of them were done by Muslims. None of those 4 Muslims were from any of the 7 countries in your stupid ass original band. And since he brought it up, the other 13 shootings were done by the Tiki Torch whites. These are facts. And you don't see me trying to ban white people from the show to keep the rest of the audience safe. It's a fucking terrible idea because it's mean and it's racist. And most importantly, it would be catastrophic to my bottom line. If there were no white people here tonight, I might leave this bitch with $1,800. This man needs to realize that we all need each other. And that's why we'll never, ever be able to beat China. Because everybody in America is racist, and everybody in China is Chinese. This motherfucker called it all wrong. And don't believe the media either, because all this shit is happening. The media is trying to make us believe that the extremities amongst us are the norms. We can disagree. That's fine. And most of us are keeping a cool head about this shit. You know what I mean? Americans generally respect one another's beliefs, even if they don't share those beliefs. I know I do. I respect everybody's beliefs except Amish people. Because they are the only ones that I can say clearly their God is wrong. The speed limit is 75 miles an hour in Ohio, and 1 lane of traffic is blocked by a goddamn horse and buggy. Nigga, your God is ridiculous. All the Amish people around my way know me too. Not from television, obviously. They know me from the streets. When I see them horse and buggies, I'll pull the Porsche over and talk to them. Ezekiel, are you sure that God doesn't want you to have any of this technology or this energy? Huh? Huh? I can't hear you, nigga. Let me turn this air conditioner off. What did you say? And the nigga be like, get away from me, ye. Ye tried to tempt me like the devil. Devil? Nah, bro. I'm trying to put you on to the game, Zeke. It's a big world out here, nigga. I just went 25 miles in 30 minutes. That's a day's journey for you. You don't even know what the weather's going to be tomorrow, do you? I do. You don't even know that there's a valuable Pokemon right on your shoulder. Then I drive away. Huh? Oh, my vape pen? You want to hit my vape pen? Oh, sorry, nigga. I'm trying not to get herpes. My bad. I've been playing cat and mouse with herpes for 30 years now, but every night I go to the club, I'll be like, not tonight, herpes. No disrespect. I'm not saying you have herpes. I'm just saying 1 out of 5 people do. So let's just all be careful around this motherfucker. Make sure that we leave with the lips we came with. Sometimes I think that the media is hard on Trump because I'll see shit that they get on him about that doesn't seem bad to me. And nigga got on Trump about not staying in the White House enough. He gives a fuck. This motherfucker was rich. He used to shit in the gold toilet. It's true. I don't know if you've ever been to the White House. It looks like a very nice place to work, but I wouldn't want to live in that Scooby-Doo ass house either. This shit's terrifying looking. Imagine you trying to jerk off in a crib and Abraham Lincoln's just looking at you. Shit, Bush didn't stay there either. He was rich too. He was like, fuck that, I'm going to my ranch in Texas. Obama was the first motherfucker to move into the White House like, this is a nice place. Look at this rug. The media got on him about putting Jared Kushner in his cabinet, and I didn't think that was the worst thing he'd done. I mean, it was still early, and it's not unprecedented. Kennedy had his brother as the attorney general, right? This motherfucker's a Washington outsider. To be honest with you, I'd probably do the same thing. As a matter of fact, I do. You think I go to a Hollywood meeting with all them white folks by myself? I bring my nigga Mac Mittens from the streets. I don't even know his real name. Everybody just calls him Mac Mittens. But I know he's not qualified to even listen to these meetings. But this motherfucker just makes me feel good. And all the white people look at me like, Dave, do you mind asking your friend Mac Mittens to excuse us so that we can talk business? And I say, fuck that. Anything you say to me, Mac Mittens can hear that shit. He listened to the whole meeting. When they done talking, I just look over at Mac Mittens, and if he gives me the signal, meow, meow, I'll sign the papers. It's a gut check. Well, how about this one? Remember when it was the day after the election, and the president of Taiwan called Donald Trump to congratulate him? And Donald Trump, of course, took the call and talked to the president of Taiwan. Problem with that was Taiwan doesn't have a president. The United States functions on what they call a one China policy, and Taiwan is a renegade province of said China. And Donald Trump didn't know that and picked up the phone and started yammering away, and the media ate his ass up. And I'm not gonna lie, I was laughing like shit. I was like, oh shit, this dumb motherfucker is in trouble. And then that night I was in bed drifting off to sleep, and then I had to admit it to myself. I was like, I didn't know that shit either. And then I realized the media got the story wrong. The story wasn't that Donald Trump took the call. The biggest story is that nobody told Donald Trump not to take the call. It's terrifying. God damn, nigga, you don't have a Mac Mittens on your team? It wasn't like they were calling the White House. They were calling the switchboard at Trump Towers, and they were getting through. Anybody. Mr. President, there's a Ricky Tikki Tabby on the phone for you? Yes, put him through. Hello, Ricky Tikki. Good to talk to you. Mr. President, there's a John Jacob Jingleheimer Smith on the phone. Oh, his name is my name, too. Put him through. Hello, John Jacob. Let's talk business. How many people in this room are not originally from the United States? A round of applause. Where are you from, bro? You right there. You're from Iraq? I was fucking around. How long have you been here in the country? 23 years? Are you a citizen yet? You are? Congratulations, nigga. Congratulations. Well, welcome to this great land. You know, I'm going to give you a history lesson because I'm sure this wasn't on your entry exam. But every naturalized American has heard something about what I'm about to tell you. Picture it's the early 50s in the United States. A 14-year-old boy goes down from Chicago to Mississippi to meet his extended family for the first time. He'd never been to Mississippi. And before he went, his mother said to him, very pointedly, she said, if a white man looks you in your eyes in Mississippi, look away. And I don't know what you know about black people from Chicago, but they're not a scared people. Legend has it, he was in front of a convenience store, hanging out with his cousins, having a good time, and a white woman walked out of the store, and he thought she was pretty, and he said, bye, baby, not realizing that he had just made a fatal mistake. 4 days later, a group of adult white men burst into this family's home and snatched a 14-year-old boy out of bed in front of his family that was powerless to stop them, and he was never seen alive again. His name was Emmett Till. They found his body maybe a few days later. He was in a creek, tied to a wheel so it would sink, horribly beaten and bloated. Hideous. And lucky for everybody in America, his mother was a fucking gangster. She was. If you can imagine, in the very midst of a mother's worst nightmare, this woman had the foresight to think about everybody. She said, leave my son's casket open. She said, the world needs to see what they did to my baby. And every publication here in the United States, from Jet Magazine all the way to the New York Times, had this boy's horribly bloated body on its cover. And if our civil rights movement was a car, this boy's dead body was premium gas. This was a very definitive moment in American history where every thinking and feeling person was like, ugh, we got to do better than this. And they fought beautifully, and here we are. And the reason that I bring that up tonight, and why it's relevant now, is because less than a year ago, the woman that he allegedly whistled at admitted on her deathbed that she lied in her court testimony. And you can imagine when we read that shit, we was like, ooh, you lying ass bitch. I was furious. But that was my initial reaction. And initial reactions that we all learned as we get older are often wrong or more often incomplete. They call this phenomenon standing too close to an elephant. The analogy being that if you stand too close to an elephant, you can't see the elephant. All you see is its penis-like skin. You gotta step back and give it a better look. And on stepping back and thinking about it for a few moments, I realized that it must have been very difficult for this woman to tell a truth that heinous about herself at any point in her life, even the very end. And I was grateful that she had the courage to tell it before she left this world, because it's an important truth and we needed to know. And I said to myself, well, thank you for telling the truth, you lying ass bitch. And then time goes on, and then after time, you can kind of see the whole elephant. And it's humbling, because you realize that this woman lied, and that lie caused the murder. But that murder set in motion a sequence of events that made my wonderful life possible, that made this very night possible. How could this be that this lie could make the world a better place? It's maddening. And that's how I feel about this president. I feel like this motherfucker might be the lie that saves us all. Because I have never felt more American than when we all hate on this motherfucker together. Jesus Christ. It's good. And when it happens, I can see everybody that's struggling. So if I'm on stage and I tell a joke that makes you want to beat up a transgender, then you're probably a piece of shit and don't come see me anymore. Or if you don't understand that when a football player takes a knee during the national anthem, he's actually standing up for me, then you might not want to fuck with me anymore. But I swear, no matter how bad it gets, you're my countrymen. And I know for a fact that I'm determined to work shit out with y'all. And if that woman that said that heinous lie was alive today, I would thank her for lying. And then I would kick her in the pussy. Thank you very much, Washington, D.C. God bless you and good night.
Just like him, breaking through the love. Take things more slowly. How old is your daughter?
15.
How were the teenagers working for you?
Well, it's a shame because when she was younger,
Sometimes the funniest thing to say is mean. You know what I mean?
now at 15,
Tough position to be in. So I say a lot of mean things. But you guys gotta remember, I'm not saying it to be mean. I'm saying it because it's funny. And everything's funny until it happens to you.
Revelation. Sunshine. Static. Block gold.
Boogeyman.
Standing in the sun, getting black as I want. They playing good, then that ain't backing me up. Skywalker, baby, ain't no dragging my hem. I got a whole lot to say, so I ain't talking to them. I hear me dropping and turn it up louder. Black freedom, black genius, black power. Black ink for printing the black dollar. Until the CIA, I say, now what?
Well, last show. Here we are. Los Angeles. World capital. Rape and dick breath. The fuck has been going on out here? Keeps getting worse. But just when you think it can't get worse, they got Charlie Rose today. It's gonna be a quiet morning on the news tomorrow. Charlie Rose, who's next? Captain Kangaroo. Everybody is raping like hotcakes. I, for one, am starting to get worried. You know, I've been in show business 30 years. I had no idea how much danger I was in. It's really some scary shit. I gotta tell you, Harvey Weinstein is probably the first person that I ever looked at a photograph of and was like, Yeah, he rapes. I'm not sure this motherfucker has a choice. Not a handsome man. A lot of meat and extra skin on his face. Yeah, he's ugly. You know the sad part is, he's done so well in life. He probably doesn't know he's ugly. You know, when you're good looking, everybody will tell you,
Yeah.
ugly.
You do like
Gotta figure that shit out for yourself. It's a lot of putting clues together. Why am I not getting in the club? I got all the right shit on. Brad Pitt doing that shit. You wouldn't have heard of people. The girl just come back down like, I got the part. Yep. Yet, and yet, it is important that I acknowledge, ladies, you are absolutely right. You gotta all be mindful of that, guys, because it's gonna happen to any of us. It happened to me. See that? See myself showing up. I am. Working my 3 a.m. with Mr. Weinstein. Hey, Harvey, I got your text. I'm here to talk about the script. Seems like it's going to be hard to read in candlelight, but I guess I could try. Sound like a fucking nightmare. Could you imagine that shit? Could you imagine using a business meeting and a motherfucker pulled their dick out in the middle of the meeting? I'd be like, yo, my man, this is the most unprofessional shit I've ever seen in all my days. Just let me finish, Dave Chappelle. I'll put you in all 3 Lord of the Rings. Hurry up, nigga. I have other meetings tonight. I have a 4:30 a.m. at Brett Ratner's house. I believe it's wardrobe fitting. Wow. I mean, it is really bad out here, isn't it? Kevin Spacey's out here grabbing men by the pussy. I didn't even know that was possible. Jesus Christ. You got the guy from Star Trek, The Next Generation. That's what we got. It sounds like it's more than that, but that's who set it off. He's 14 years old. Kevin Spacey costume at a party, which I gotta say, by the way, for the record, been to a lot of parties in my day. Never been to a good one that had 14-year-old boys in it. Not even when I was 13, you know what I mean? Who wants to kick with a bunch of hubba bubba chewing niggas like, have a good time, nigga? Yeah. Ironically, kid grew up to be gay anyway, which means Kevin Spacey can sniff that shit out like a truffle pig. Yeah, he's one of me. And not the victim blame, but it seems like the kind of situation that a gay 14-year-old would get himself in. I know I didn't say that right, but it's true, nigga. Like, you know why I say that, though? Because I went to an arts high school. I'm like, oh, them niggas was gay, man. Like, in high school, all them dudes was gay. And them gay dudes way more mature than the rest of us. And we didn't know why. We just knew they was mature. You ever see gay dude at lunch? Perfect posture. Responsible. Take that thermos out. Is this nigga drinking wine with lunch? We didn't know what it was. We were young boys. We were just trying to figure out who we were. And we didn't realize these gay dudes were fighting to be who they knew they already were. Some impressive shit. They were fearless, the gay kids. Fucking fearless. Never seen a scared gay dude in my life. What kind of man has no fear? We'd be tied up in a hostage situation with the gay dudes. Niggas still be like, I'm thirsty. I'm thirsty, David. I need something to drink. Well, then shoot me. I would rather die of a bullet than dehydration. Nigga, I am thirsty. I need some water. All jokes aside, Kevin Spacey should have done that shit to me. He was 14 years old and was forced to carry a grown man's secret for 30 years. Jesus Christ, he must have been busting at the seams with it. The saddest part is, we were able to carry that secret for 6 more months. I would get to know how House of Cards ends. Yep, ladies and gentlemen, these are dark times. New York Times said that Louis C.K. jizzed on his own stomach. Now, I've busted a lot of nuts in my day. None of them were newsworthy. Shit was really gross, because they didn't just say it like I said it. They didn't just say jizzed on his stomach. They said it in that fucking Pulitzer Prize winning style that the New York Times has. It was very Louis C.K.'s semen shot out like a volcano of misogyny, slowly drizzling down like lava, covering his freckled penis as it slowly dripped to a fiery crown of red hair. Jesus Christ, I'm trying to eat some huevos rancheros, and this nigga is... You know, the tough part of being a comedian, knowing the motherfuckers, everybody comes up to me like, did you know? Did you know what Louis was doing? No, bitch, I did not know. The fuck you think we talk about at the comedy club? Hey, nigga, how was the weekend? Great, man. I was just jerking off in faces and coming on my own stomach, having a good time. You know how this business is. No, I didn't know. They act like we sit around like Grease. Tell me more, tell me more. Fix it, put up a fight. Dun, 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 dun. Sorry, I don't know the choreography, but you get the point. You get the point. She was intense. But Louis was like the turning point. I mean, you know, all these allegations are terrible. Louis was the only, I shouldn't say this, but his allegation was the only one that made me like laugh. If you think about it. His friend was reading it and he was jerking off and he's surprising people. He surprised me. I was picturing all the comics in comedy just reading it like, it's terrible. I know it's terrible. I'm sorry, ladies. You're right. You are right. At the same time, I mean, you know, I don't know.
Thank you so much.
Jesus Christ, they took everything from Louis. Everything. It might be disproportionate. Can't tell. Can't tell. This is like where his heart has been made. One lady said, Louis C.K. masturbating in front of me ruined my comedy dreams. Word? Well, then I dare say, madam, you may have never had a dream. Come on, man, that's a brittle spirit. That is a brittle ass spirit, nigga. That shit is too much. These grown ass women. You know what this shit is like? It's like COINTELPRO. You know what that is? It's a program that the FBI had on J. Edgar Hoover. In this program, one of the many things they did was they would track the sexual habits of anyone they considered an enemy of the state. To live by. That's why they got all these fucking sex tapes with Martin Luther King fucking bitches. But lucky for us, he actually had a dream. You think if Louis C.K. jerked off in front of Dr. King, he'd be like, I can't continue this movement. I'm sorry, but the freedom of black people must be stopped. I didn't know this nigga was gonna pull his dick out and jerk off like this. I just thought we were gonna get a couple of drinks and chill. Show business is just harder than that. Them women sound like, I hate to say it, they sound weak. I know it sounds fucked up, I'm not supposed to say that, but one of these ladies was like, Louis C.K. was masturbating while I was on the phone with him. Bitch, you don't know how to hang up the phone? How the fuck are you going to survive in show business if this is an actual obstacle to your dreams? I know Louis is wrong, ma'am. I'm just saying I'm held to a higher standard of accountability than these women. Don't forget who I am. Don't forget what I am. I'm neglected. And don't ever forget how I got here. My ancestors were kidnapped. I don't even know where the fuck I'm from. They were put on the bottom boats. They sailed them across the Atlantic. Many of them died. Only the strongest survived. And once they got here, they beat the humanity out of my people. They turned us into beasts and burdens. They made us do their work. And the irony is, hundreds of years later, they called us slaves. We fought in the Civil War. We damn near freed ourselves. Then in Reconstruction, black people did great. My great-grandfather was a very wealthy man. But then the black coats came. Jim Crow came. There was 100 years of unspeakable oppression again. Lynchings, all kinds of terroristic acts to keep us in the margins of society. Yet we still fought. And Dr. King was born. And then things got better. 20 years after Dr. King was assassinated, Michael Jackson was moonwalking on television. Something. Barack Obama. Donald Trump. And here we all are. 400-year nightmare. It took us 400 years to figure out as a people. The white people's weakness the whole time is kneeling during their national anthem. That's a brittle spirit. That's right, nigga. On the rock, it's regular. What are you doing, nigga? Stand up. The Vice President of the United States got involved. Mike Pence got involved. He went to the game himself. These niggas will have to stand when they say that. And all them football players looked up in the stands and saw Mike Pence and said, Mike Pence, come on, y'all. Wu-Tang. Pow! Oh! Foiled. Brittle spirit. I can kill every white person in America at one time. You know how I do it? I just wait for the Super Bowl. Right when they sing the national anthem, I have O.J. Simpson walk to the 50-yard line with them bad knees. Is that O.J. Simpson on the field? What the hell is he doing here? Oh, I know what he's going to do. Stop him! got to man the fuck up, y'all. I don't mean to be disrespectful, because man, I know you're upset what I said, but no, I know you're right. Come on, baby, it's me. I was right once. Remember that? Does anybody remember when I was like missing from show business for 12 years? Remember when I had like this really popular show and I quit? I remember I walked away from $50 million. A lot harder than walking away from Louis' freckled dick. I didn't know that I'd ever work again. And yet here I am tonight. Did my dream die? No. I remember that shit. You don't remember that when I put my show? Remember I went on the way out the door. I said, something's wrong in Hollywood. I believe they said I smoked crack. That's what I remember. Remember they called me crazy. So really, you know, you're right, ladies. Congratulations. Enjoy it. And they're coming for you, bitches. They're coming for you. One person that's uncomfortable. Who's the most uncomfortable motherfucker in the room? Nigga, that's right. I was right at an orgy once. Nobody fucked me. I was just walking around like Tom Cruise at the movies, looking. And ruined the whole orgy by accident. It's easier to ruin an orgy than you think. All you gotta do is wait for it to get kind of quiet and then go. Ew.
These people in 2-3 years, like, what are you doing here?
Rekindle friendship with you. Rachel and I were part of Patty's management team, and we were really successful.
And I feel bad.
Now we feel could really use Patty's help.
I just feel like
hoping to get the team back.
it's all happening for a reason. And ladies, I want you to win this fight. 10 years ago, I might have been scared, but you know, I got a daughter now, so if you win, she wins. So I'm rooting for you. And I agree with you. At least ideologically, I do. I don't know if you're doing it just right. I don't think you're wrong. I just think that you can't make a lasting peace this way. You got all the bad guys scared. And that's good. The minute they're not scared anymore, it will get worse than it was before. Fear does not make lasting peace. That's black people. That's what it is. What this city really needs, without irony, I'll say this. The cure for LA is in South Africa. You motherfuckers need truth and reconciliation with me. Because the end of apartheid should have been a fucking bloodbath by any metric in human history, and it wasn't. The only reason it wasn't is because Desmond Tutu and Mandela and all these guys figured out that if a system is corrupt, then the people who adhere to the system and are incentivized by that system are not criminals. They are victims, and the system itself must be tried. But because the how systems work is so compartmentalized as far as information, the only way we can figure out what the system is if everybody says what they did. Tell them how you participate. Because men want to help, they're just scared. Because Ben Affleck tried to help. Hey, what happened to these ladies is disgusting. Oh, nigga, you grabbed a titty in 95. All right, fellas, I'm out. Fuck that, I ain't helping. I just want to help. I want to be a good guy.
Staff, I want you to leave the
Like, I can't even say the word Me Too anymore. Nigga tonight was like, Dave, I'm going to the comedy club. I was like, I am also going to the comedy club. And I didn't even know it was happening, but I guess I became like a feminist in the last 3 weeks because I can't watch porn the same. I watch it sometimes, but I can't click on these motherfucking thumbnails. Not with those titles. Guy crams young girl in the ass with hard right. I can't click on that. Come on, nigga, give me something I can click on. Dude gets sucked off by a midget. Little person, I say to myself. It takes me hours to find one clip. What the hell is this? marginally groomed feminist enjoys consensual sex with a vaguely homosexual guy who is the same color as mine. Click. You notice a lot of black dudes haven't been getting me too. I don't want to jinx myself. You know why? Obviously, black women go through the same thing, right? The reason is because black women from slavery won't tell us because they know no matter how bad we black dudes are, white dudes are very mean. Scared to see us get punished. My wife is Asian. She tell on me in a goddamn second. You know, fucking up in Chappelle House. And the wildest shit about it is I live in Trump country. I live amongst the Tiki Torch whites, poor white people. And I'm rich. If it's ever pitchfork time, nigga, I'm in a lot of trouble. And nobody in my family believes me. I've been trying to tell the kids, man, we gotta run these drills. Like, we want to run your stupid drills. Too bad, son, you have to. Tiki Torch whites come upside. What are you guys supposed to do? Come on, Dad. What are you guys supposed to do? Squint our eyes and stand next to Mom. That's right. And what are you going to bring me? Your gun and your groundskeeper uniform. That's right. I'll go outside and see what they want. It is wild, bro. We from? You from what, Manhattan? You are from Brooklyn, aren't you? You look like you can rob somebody with a hammer. Brooklyn niggas rob you with shit they find around the house. Stand with a toothbrush. I'm fucking around. Yeah, man. You ladies are right. To be honest with you, your lives are terrifying to me. They do, man. I know nothing about being a woman, but I know fear. Yo, I used to live in New York when I was 17. And I couldn't even pay my bills. You know what I did to make money? I used to do shows for drug dealers. I wanted to clean their money. One time I did a real good set, and these motherfuckers called me in the back room. They gave me $25,000 in cash. It's probably 18, 19. I'm scared. I thanked them profusely and put that money in my backpack. I jumped on the subway, started heading towards Brooklyn at 1 o'clock in the morning. Never been that terrified of money. I never in my life had something that somebody else would want. I thought to myself, Jesus Christ, if motherfuckers knew how much money I had in this backpack, they'd kill me. Then I thought, holy shit. What if I had a pussy on me all the time? That's what women are dealing with. I'm going to tell you right now. It's real talk. Them same drug dealers gave me a pussy, said, put this in your backpack and take it to Brooklyn. I'd be like, nigga, I can't accept this. I empathize, man. You know. Everybody gets mad because I say these jokes. But you understand that this is the best time to say them. More now than ever. And I know there's some comedians in the back. Motherfucker, you have a responsibility to speak recklessly. Otherwise, my kids may never know what reckless talk sounds like. The joys of being wrong. I don't come here to be right. Just came here to fuck around. It's hot in here suddenly, isn't it? I wonder where that heat came from. I wonder what happened to me. Where did I go for 12 years if I wasn't raped? Maybe there's something else going on. Maybe these rapes aren't even the worst. Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something? Go ahead, go to the bathroom. You leave here, that shit. See that motherfucker right there? He's under an enormous amount of pressure. He is. He's being big and black with that hair, dude. And these motherfuckers suspect for everything. Except white collar crime. Sometimes I wouldn't talk about where I went, but y'all don't even know, man. I was gone for a long time, but I was in the upside down. Scary being a white dude, man. A little bit. No? Well, you're not going to get me too. You know what I mean? It's funny for a black dude to see white people go through this because this is how it always is for us. All my heroes murdered by the government or
y'all good, dog.
Just section.
I ain't gonna cut you off.
Sad, I know, man.
So you shoot.
But we've already been through it. Like Michael Jackson. Remember when they said all that shit about Michael Jackson? They never proved anything to his damn day. But they said he did some very heinous things. And one time I watched a documentary about it. They were talking about all the shit Michael Jackson allegedly did. And as they were saying all these allegations, they started showing pictures of his home, Neverland Ranch. You ever seen Michael Jackson's house on television? Well, the short of it is, there's a lot of things for kids to do with that place. And I saw the whole thing, exotic animals and Ferris wheels and merry-go-rounds and shit. And the more they showed it, the more certain I was that I don't think Michael Jackson did any of those things they said he did. His house didn't look sexual. It looked like he was flossing on those motherfuckers. It didn't look like he was trying to fuck kids. It looked like he's just trying to impress them. Like, this nigga's Jay-Z for kids. Like, he's just walking through his house. This is my cotton candy machine. It makes 3 tons of cotton candy a day. You know, all the cotton candy you want. This closet is filled with nothing but custom-made karate slippers. Isn't that cool? Shall I have my monkey bring us more cupcakes? Hey guys, just watch a movie. What movie do you want to see? Home Alone. Oh, no, don't touch the DVD player. Macaulay Culkin's here. He can act it out. Come on, Macaulay. Act out Home Alone for my guests. And them kids was like, man, you are all right, mister. This is fantastic, man. We had you all wrong. All wrong? What? I don't understand. What do you mean? Huh? Oh, well, you know, man, we thought it was going to be the usual. Like, you're going to have us come over and give us some wine cooler and, you know, suck our dicks. What? Suck your dick? Oh, you faggot-ass kids. I'm not trying to suck your dick, nigga. I was trying to show you a better life. Bubbles, get these kids the fuck out of my house. You're just like everyone else. Hollywood is no place for moral absolutism. You know what I mean? We must never forget R. Kelly peed on a 15-year-old girl. And he also wrote, I Believe I Can Fly. Same guy, same lifetime. If I showed you that video of him peeing on that girl and scored it to I Believe I Can Fly, he'd be torn. I used to think that I could not go on. You wouldn't know how to feel. If I can see it. It's okay, my career ended many years ago. Order. No, I'm terrible. I'm terrible. I'm sorry, everybody. I'm sorry. Want to know what happened to me? Yeah. It's tempting, but I don't want to talk about it. Maybe at the end, when I run out of things to talk about. Actually, I'm almost there. I'm just trying to tell you what happened to me was not, I just didn't have a good go of it. But I don't know what you guys think happens when you quit a successful show like this. I'll tell you what doesn't happen. They don't go, hey, well, good luck with your future endeavors. That's not what happens. It was cold out there. For real, I had to watch it all go down without me. I had to watch all those people do my show, Key Peele, Amy Schumer, Mindham and Seal. Well, I'm not going to say they were doing my show. I'm just saying they were awfully similar. I was mad. And people would come up to me on the street and be like, yo, nigga, every once in a while. Most people thought I was crazy, but sometimes people come, yo, nigga, you did the right thing, man. You my hero. Nigga, I don't want to be your hero. I want to be rich. Never choose to be a hero because heroes die uncomfortable deaths. All I wanted to be was Paul Revere. I just needed one heroic moment, you understand? Paul Revere's ride was only one night. And then 40 years of him being like, hey, y'all, remember that time everybody was asleep and I was up and the British was coming? Boy, it's a good thing I was awake, nigga. Everybody be dead. That's why I want to start a GoFundMe for Colin Kaepernick. I do, man. I'm fascinated with him. I want to make sure he never has to play football again. He can if he wants to. I just don't want him to have to. It's why the fuck not? I know he's rich and people will be like, I'm not giving a GoFundMe to a rich dude, but you should. You should. Because that motherfucker's life was going great. He's so light-skinned, he didn't even have to say he was black. And yet, he took a knee during that anthem for us. Thought about us when things were going good, when his belly was full, when he didn't think about his livelihood or any of that, and they took his livelihood away from him. I'm like, man, that shouldn't be the way it is. Every fucking person that takes a stand for somebody else always gets beat down, and we watch it. Over and over and over again, we watch it. We should pay those motherfuckers for blowing the whistle because they make our lives better. We could change the narrative. We could make one motherfucker have a good outcome for doing the right thing. And that would make another motherfucker be brave enough to do the right thing. And if you did that, niggas like Harvey Weinstein wouldn't rape for 40 years because bitch went a stupid ass part. Should take care of each other. Wouldn't it be nice to be like, remember that time they was gonna kill Jesus, but then they got all that money? Real talk, man. It's not a racial thing. It's about us making our society better. It's about like even these women that are coming forward and they will say they're brave, and many of them are. And a few of them sucked the dick and got buyer's remorse. Yo, that's a huge omission from this narrative. This wouldn't have gone this far if some women weren't willing to do it. You can't ask every woman to hold the line. Some women can carry things heavier than others.
A Mother's Day gift.
Yes, Mother's Day. Last Mother's Day,
forgive the one of us that are weaker.
And she didn't want it. She brushed me off for Valentine's Day to go to a concert. I had plans for Valentine's Day for us to do something. She goes to a concert. She didn't want that, so it's like then the last couple of birthdays, we haven't really been together around her birthday. So it's like, why get you something if we're not even together?
Oh, you're on a break, so to speak?
We've been broke up for about 2 years.
No, that was when we're not broke up now. But we had a separation, that 2-year separation that I spoke about.
But you've been together 8 years. That's 6 birthdays.
Mm-hmm.
Right. I wasn't working. I haven't been working for like the majority of our relationship.
Oh, so this the truck driving thing is new.
Yeah, I just started driving a couple of years ago. Like 2
I just
years.
more so want him to think about it on his own to get me something like, because
do you consider yourself a considerate boyfriend?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Do you do things that I think what her main complaint is that you don't do things that show you care. Is she missing something, or are you missing something?
I mean, from my end, if she's missing something, but I don't know if I'm missing something for me. I'm not that type. Like I never been very like affectionate. I'm like,
demonstrative.
Yeah, I'm just like I'm very laid back. I don't really show a lot of emotion, so I don't know if if she sees that in me, which I like she said I don't do romantic things, but I'm not that. I don't know how. Basically, I've never been that type.
Well, I'm not talking about pretty woman romance. I'm talking about just showing her that you care about her.
I believe I show it, but to her it might not show it.
In what ways do you show it?
I mean, basically, like, whatever she needs, I'll try to comfort her, and if she got anything going on, I try to help her solve her situations or whatever. But it's just like, I don't know what she expects from me. She expects me to do more than what I know how to do, basically.
Have you ever been explicit with him with respect to the kind of things that you're looking for that you feel you lack?
Yes, I'm really verbal. We like nice things. He's the more nonchalant one, and I'm an open book. I'll always converse and communicate with the needs I need or I want. But that's what we'll lead up to. Basically, like I don't really know how to get it to.
Yeah, I got you. And having said that, I would like to go on to my next topic, which is my understanding from Mr. Thompson. You are loud and happy with it. And that's part of and controlling, and that's part of his problem.
I wish I was paying for $300 when I received it.
Should lack of funds keep you from getting married? Tell us what you think at Divorce Court. That's one thing that I noted was both of you said the same thing about her. You called yourself both controlling and anxious, and you use the same words, controlling and anxious. Why don't you give me some examples of behavior that demonstrates that?
For example, like if I want to do something like for the family or anything, like for my kids, for example, I bought some shoes. I'm going to buy the kids some shoes.
Right.
Where she, save your money, keep it on for years or whatever. And about a week or two later, she gone. My kids ain't got no shoes. My babies need some shoes. I guess you just let me buy the shoes. You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's basically like you trying to control me instead of letting me be me. If you would have let me buy my kids shoes, then you wouldn't be complaining about them not having no shoes.
Give me another example where she's controlling. I understood she's like loud and popping on you all the time.
Yeah. I even get into an argument. Like, if it's not her way, which if I'm not saying what she want to hear, or if I'm like agreeing her terms, there's no way that the argument won't stop. And then I try to push her off and, just leave it alone. She'll say something here and there, say something here. It's like, I don't know.
Ms. Bacon, why don't you respond to those accusations?
I call myself that because I've noticed in this relationship, I've lost a lot of my femininity. And that's more so because I have to play all these different roles. I'm wearing all these different hats. That scenario was correct. But in my mind, it's like priorities first.
Bills and then shit.
Yes, I may be saying it out loud, but that doesn't mean that I know we need them. I'm saying, I need to get my kids some shoes, but it's not over the bills. Or we're gonna be outside walking. You know what I mean?
You say that, Mr. Thompson, but let me tell you what she's trying to say to you. You came in here and said, I give what I can, I do what I can. That means she's responsible for it all. She's responsible. If you cake that week, you just say, hey, I'm cool. And she's got to make up the difference between what you can and cannot do. She has to make sure the bills are paid. She has to make sure the kids have shoes. So she feels responsible because you feel casual. That's what she's trying to tell you.
But okay, if I'm trying to help her with the bills and on top of still paying child support while we're living together, what are you doing with the child support money? You can't dip into that to help pay the bills?
Our child support payments are $300 when I receive them. They go right on the bills. I'm so frugal, like I'm one of those people that barely spends money on it.
His child support.
Yeah, and it's into our household. So we have plenty of. It's only $300. You have 3 kids. It's only gonna go so far.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Is you're screaming my limitations, my limitations, my limitations, and then you say once I hit my limits, you're on your own, and that's why she's stressed out because she feels like she's unable to rely on you to make up the difference when it's tough.
But when I hit my limits are $0. So if I can't give you what I don't have, what do you expect me to do?
I'm very resourceful, and that's why I said we're totally different. First, when his back against the wall, there's nothing else. Me, I got to go
get your hustle on.
That's right.
You get your hustle on. You do something over the weekends when you come home. You get your hustle on.
But it's.
But let's say, I hope you live forever. She gets hit by a bus and dies. You got them 3 kids, and you come home and it's I got $0, kiddo. No eating today. Would you do that?
No.
What would you do?
Make something happen.
That's what she's asking you to do. Make something happen, even when she's there. That's what she's asking. Today on divorce court.
I'm on divorce court today because I'm tired of being divorced with
Jessica, she wants to get married, but I feel like we're not ready yet.
I despise when Delvon calls me PM or baby mama. I feel as if I have earned my stripes.
I used to call her wifey, and then once we fell out, she told me to stop calling her that. So besides Jessica, I will call you baby mama.
I want the judge to let Delvon know it's time to grow up and be the man that he's supposed to be. Go ahead and lead his family and propose to me.
Divorce court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toller presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here with Jessica Bacon and Delvon Thompson. The 2 of you have been together for 8 years. You have 3 children. And Ms. Bacon, you can't get him to put a ring on it already. So I think you came here to get me to encourage him to do the right thing. Ms. Bacon, I'm going to start with you. Why don't you tell me a little bit about what's going on?
All right, Judge, we've been together for 8 years. 2 of we were separated. We're now back together. We have 3 children together. But I'm basically tired of playing wife, playing house, and I want a real proposal or commitment. I don't want to take another step as far as living together. We were supposed to move to Kentucky. And I feel as if I don't want to make that next step or commitment without being married. And that's just a huge problem for me.
Have you talked to him about what the holdup is?
We speak on it, but it's never more than just, it's going to happen, babe, So
let's see if we can get more than that right now.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's talk to him. Mr. Thompson, how you doing?
I'm okay.
Been with her 8 years, 3 kids. Do you see marriage in the future?
Yeah, I do. I see marriage in the future, but it's like, I know it. She's not the only female who has dream weddings or they dream of having a certain type of wedding. It's like, I don't want to just get married or whatever without at least having the funds to try to provide her with at least some type of dream, her dream wedding. So I don't have
what you're telling me is, if you had the money to pull off a dream wedding, then you'd be fine.
It would have been done already.
Do you believe that?
Maybe. I only say this because I feel as if we've been together all this time, and I don't care if we saved $1 a day the whole time, we should have made it a priority to at least have something. So we've had it where we didn't have any money, now we're making a little bit of money, but it still isn't a priority. So I really don't know if it would be if you had some.
Let me ask you this. If he were to take you down to the courthouse and marry you, would that be okay, or do you want to wait for a wedding?
Yes, ma'am, it would be.
I see, Mr. Thompson, that's always, to me, that's an inconvenient excuse. Oh, she wants her dream wedding and I can't afford it. Really? All she wants is the ring. That's all she wants. And it doesn't have to be a good ring. It can be $12.95. But as long as it comes with a marriage license and a ceremony, she's straight. So tell me what the real reason is that you don't want to get married.
Basically, that is the real reason. It's just like...
She just told you she doesn't want a dream wedding.
I heard conversations that her and, you know, maybe her friends, her family members, they talking. And it's like, I heard, you know, to talk about at least some parts of the dream wedding, but it's like, if we were to go to a courthouse and go down, you know, and get married, later on down the line, I'll hear about the regrets or certain things that she didn't get in the wedding that she would have wanted. So it's like, I'm just trying to...
That's like dudes talking about a Lamborghini. Man, I'd really like a Lamborghini. Yes, I would. Lamborghinis are nice. I'd like a red one. But that doesn't mean if you need a car, you can't go buy one. You know what I mean? Because you can't get a Lamborghini.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So, I'm not buying it. You tell me what your biggest issue is with this relationship.
I mean, my biggest issue is, like, she's very controlling and she has a lot of trust issues with me.
Give me some stories that exemplify that.
Well, the trust issue, you know, I drive trucks. So when I first started driving trucks, I was over the road. I had to be over the road during the week, Monday through Friday, and I'm only home on the weekends. And I don't know if she let her family members or her friends get into her ear about me having another family, or, you know, truckers have other women on the road. Right. Yeah, and it's like, that's not me. Because if that was the case, whenever I come home, I wouldn't be bringing all the money home to help pay the bills. I would be dividing it up between my so-called
second family.
Exactly.
And her.
Yeah.
Ms. Bacon, do you really believe he has a second family? And if so, why?
The reason I started believing that, and it was nobody encouraging me anything, I basically was truthful and was like, well, this is how I feel, because when you do come home, you may have a little bit of money, but I always have to hear, well, I don't have this much. I didn't make that much. When I know that I'm giving you full time for you to be out on the road by yourself. You only see us, 8 days out of the...
well, how much does he bring home on average?
You know what? I really don't know, because I always take his word from it. That's one thing that he's kind of private about. So I'll say, I was thinking he was making about 1,000, but I know that
1,000 a week. A week?
Yes, that's what I assume. You know, once
based upon what? Conversation?
Yeah, the conversation when he just, you know, when he first took the job.
Are you funny about letting her know how much money you actually have? That's a yes.
Not at all.
That's a yes.
No,
how
not
come
at all.
she doesn't know? I mean, why not?
Because it's my money.
You living in the same household with her?
Yeah.
Do you know how much it costs to live there?
Yeah.
And how much are you contributing towards that end?
Whatever she needs, whatever she asks me for, I give it to her. If I don't have it, you know, it's
on her.
No, it's not on her.
Yes, it is. If you don't have it, it's on her.
I mean, that's all I have to give. I mean, then, you know, it's like once I divvy out the money on the bills or whatever, and when I leave out for the week, I still leave her extra money. You know, when I can, I have to spend my money to eat all on the road. I have to eat and, you know, take care of my personal expenses.
When I can, what I got. You got 3 kids.
Mm-hmm.
Do they eat when you can? You know, when you're going to tell me, hey, Dad, I ain't got it right now?
No, they eat before I do.
You say that not only do you not know how much he makes, but he's extraordinarily cheap when it comes to you. And I want you to tell me why you say that.
I've never received anything for my birthdays, holidays, anything.
You never buy her any gifts at all? Talking to you. Not only do you claim Mr. Thompson is cheap, you say he's especially cheap when it comes to you. Why don't you explain why you said that?
I've never received anything for my birthdays, holidays, anything.
You never buy her any gifts at all? Talking to you.
Judge, like when we first started, I wasn't working or anything. I really didn't have any money. So
but you're working now. You've been together 8 years. You have 3 children together. Have you never bought her a gift? A Mother's Day gift?
Yes, Mother's Day. Last Mother's Day, I cooked for her seafood, and she didn't want it. She brushed me off for Valentine's Day to go to a concert. I had plans for Valentine's Day for us to do something. She goes to a concert. She didn't want that, so it's like then the last couple of birthdays we haven't really been together around her birthday. So it's like, why get you something if we're not even together?
Oh, you're on a break, so to speak.
We've been broke up for about 2 years.
No, that was when we're not broke up now. But we had a separation. That 2-year separation that I spoke about.
But you've been together 8 years. That's 6 birthdays.
Right. I wasn't working. I haven't been working for like the majority of our relationship.
Oh, so this the truck driving thing is new.
Yeah, I just started driving a couple of years ago.
I just more so wanted to think about it on his own to get me something like, cause
do you consider yourself a considerate boyfriend?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Do you do things that I think what her main complaint is that you don't do things that show you care. Is she missing something or are you missing something?
I mean, from my end, yeah, she's missing something, but I don't know if I'm missing something from her. I'm not that type. Like I've never been very like affectionate. I'm like, demonstrative. Yeah, I'm just like I'm very laid back. I don't really show a lot of emotion, so I don't know if if she sees that in me, which like she said, I don't do romantic things. But I'm not that. I don't know how. Basically, I've never been that type.
Well, I'm not talking about pretty woman romance. I'm talking about just showing her that you care about her.
I believe I show it, but to her it might not show because.
In what ways do you show it?
I mean, basically, like whatever she needs, I'll try to comfort her, and if she got anything going on, I try to help her solve her situations or whatever. But it's just like I don't know what she expects from me. She expects me to do more than what I know how to do, basically.
Have you ever been explicit with them with respect to the kind of things that you're looking for that you feel you lack?
Yes, I'm really verbal. We like night and day. He's the more nonchalant one, and I'm an open book. I'll always converse and communicate what it is I need or I want, but that's what we'll lead up to. Basically, it's like I don't really know how to give it to you.
Yeah, I got you. And having said that, I would like to go on to my next topic, which is my understanding from Mrs. Thompson. Not only are you verbal, you are loud and poppy with it. And that's part of the and controlling, and that's part of his problem.
What are you doing with the child support money? You can't dip into that to help pay the bills?
Our child support payments are $300 when I receive them.
Should lack of funds keep you from getting married? Tell us what you think at divorce court. I had you guys take my compatibility test, and one thing that I noted was both of you said the same thing about her. You called yourself both controlling and anxious, and you used the same words, controlling and anxious. Why don't you give me some examples of behavior that demonstrates that?
For example, like if I want to do something like for the family or anything, like for my kids, for example, I bought me some shoes a couple of weeks ago, and I was going to buy the kids some shoes.
Right.
But save your money, keep it on for bills or whatever. And about a week or two later, she comes, my kids ain't got no shoes. My babies need some shoes. Why didn't you just let me buy the shoes? You know what I'm saying? So like that's basically like you trying to control me and let me be. If you would have let me buy my kids the shoes, then you wouldn't be complaining about them not having no shoes.
Give me another example where she's controlling it.
Oh my God.
I understood she's like loud and poppy and on you all the time.
Yeah, like if we get into an argument, it's like if it's not her way, or if I'm not saying what she want to hear, or if I'm not agreeing to her terms,
nobody still fucking believes on
there's no way the arguments won't stop. And then I'll try to brush her off and just leave it alone. She nitpick, she'll say something here and there, say something here. It's like I don't.
Ms. Bacon, why don't you respond to those accusations?
Where the fuck is Miles at?
I call myself that because I've noticed in this relationship.
Where the fuck is Miles?
Femininity. And that's more so because I have to play all these different roles. I'm wearing all these different hats. That scenario was correct. But in my mind, it's like priorities first. I
Bills and
Where
then
the fuck
check.
you
may
at?
be saying it out loud, but that doesn't mean that I know we need them.
Where the fuck
Oh,
you at?
I need to get my kids some shoes, but it's not over the bills. Or we're gonna be outside walking. You know what I mean?
Bills got paid.
You know what? You say that, Mr.
Fuck his
Thompson. Let me
mind.
tell you what she's trying to say to you.
I fucking
You
called
came
him
in
on it.
here and said,
What the
I give
fuck
what
is
I
it?
can, I do what I can. That means she's responsible for it all. She's responsible. If you cake that week, you just say, hey, I'm cool. And she's got to make up the difference between what you can and cannot do. She has to make sure the bills are paid. She has to make sure the kids have shoes. So she feels responsible because you feel casual. That's what she's trying to tell you.
But okay, if I'm trying to help out with the bills and on top of still paying child support while we're living together, what are you doing with the child support money? You can't dip into that to help pay the bills.
Our child support payments are $300 when I receive them. They go right on the bills. I'm so frugal, like I'm one of those people that barely spends money on
His child support.
Yes. And it's into our household. But we have plenty of, it's only $300. You have 3 kids. It's only gonna go so far.
Do you understand what I'm saying? Is you're screaming my limitations, my limitations, my limitations, and then you say once I hit my limits, you're on your own, and that's why she's stressed out because she feels like she's unable to rely on you to make up the difference when it's time.
She always have to like you too.
Matt is extremely very sensitive, especially when he talks to me. He tells terrible jokes, and that's the way he's gonna find the girl. He's never gonna find me if I don't break him this bad joke.
It's when you come home.
What the fuck is my brother?
You get
Right,
your
so how did it
hustle
go
on.
yesterday?
I think everything motherfucking
Very
thing.
attractive.
You know, I have
Fuck
ears
my
and
God.
eyes everywhere in the house, and the only way we can show you who you really are sometimes is by this.
And you come home. And
I
it's
look
not.
attractive women.
I got $0, kiddo. No, we today.
Looks great when you're standing
Would you do
next to
that?
it, right?
What would you do?
It's loud, it's uncomfortable to drive.
That's what she's asking you to do.
It's expensive.
Make something
Don't take this
happen.
long. Don't say you're high-end.
That's what she's asking. Because you know well.
I told you, it's not the worst.
Because I'm gonna get
No,
wound
there's
up.
no better. Lamborghini's Lamborghini. Okay, that's night
What would
and day.
you do if your
What
partner
if
was
I told
contributing
you
to the
that
family
girl works for me?
finances? Share your opinion.
I
on
set
Twitter
this
and
girl up
Instagram.
to find out how you tick when a beautiful woman is around. You step in your own pussy.
No matter where
Watch
life
this.
takes you,
So where's your favorite place to go on vacation?
Favorite place to go on vacation
there's
is anywhere
nothing
that's
more precious than the air you breathe.
Do you understand if you say
Breathing clean air is not
believes
always
that you
possible.
are cheap it's my
With the utter by IQ Air,
talking to a woman should not be that you're so nervous and you
Fuck,
feel
he's on the scene.
so uneasy inside. And that means unworthy. You feel unworthy.
Yeah.
You wouldn't need to be funny, you'd just be mad.
I dated to the stage that you two
What's that?
are so
No, excuse me. What is that?
That is
Fucking YouTube all the time, fucking things.
And
you installed yourself in his life.
Trying
So you just judgmentally put him in a
You
box.
had 3 of his children, so
What
you
do you
committed
want
to
me
the
to do?
proposition.
I give
You
you
stayed so long, the idea of
you're not
leaving
being
now
that
means,
authentic.
oh,
Matt,
I wasted all this time that I invested. So you've got no leverage
My
at
whole
all.
thing basically is this.
You don't have to marry him, you don't have to show your paycheck, because he knows you're not going to go anywhere.
It's hiding.
He knows that you're stuck where you are.
I think I'm happy. I'm just not saying
So, so fuck them all. What the fuck them all, bitches?
it sucks.
I don't give a fuck. I got my money.
that's good. We're getting some. Can you just use it and say, look, I'm super successful.
And he knows you're not going
Then,
anywhere.
on top
You
of
don't
it,
have the security of knowing that
You
you're
have big bucks before you fucking like.
super talented at that. Why
can't
can't you
understand with
see
his
that
life,
this
and
is
he
what
can't
he
even do
brings
you
to
the
you,
courtesy
and that's
of giving you
enough
the
for a
calm,
woman
showing
to
his
love you.
paycheck.
Wait,
So you're
that has-
not comfortable with
Fuck,
that.
I thought some shit. Fuck out. This is
And when you're scared,
mad.
you get angry. And then you over there get mad because she's angry. But you don't do anything to make her feel safe.
I'm not going.
And so what I'm saying to you is, you have an obligation to your children to make sure that their mother is secure. You have an obligation to your children to make sure that their mother is not hooping and hollering in the house because she does not feel safe. You know, if you raise your kids in a house full of chaos, they get little tornadoes in their head. And then when you're 16-year-old running around on the streets, doing your own whatever, you ain't got nobody to blame but you because you didn't secure your household. How dare you give a woman 3 children and not be the man that's responsible for taking care of things? How dare
through intensive exercise after
It
resort
can't
as
just be a
well.
basic brother.
I wanted to see if she could figure out
$3 she's fine, she's got it, and I'll give you whatever change you got. Don't worry, I'm not gonna make you feel loved and really want to do anything for you. You know what I mean? I'm just gonna complain about you being loud. Stop being loud and pop it going.
Fixing them before we fix them up.
Did
You understand what I'm saying to you? You know, don't do what you
I see my
Actually,
that seems in the makeup.
if I were you, I give a presentation, I get
very
more
nice.
independent, and then I get the
Fucking expert.
because
when I
men
have the
don't like
opportunity.
Some shit.
Maybe you show up.
So why do you have to do that?
And I don't get no help.
Because you won't care.
Okay.
That's
Last
serious.
question. It wasn't their baggage. It was your baggage.
In her own way, she sabotaging herself, and we warned Patty that she was going to tell us things we would ever
I
know.
believe we will.
Inga, I want to show you what you've been carrying around for over 20 years.
Judge Lynn had a lot to say to you.
All that you struggle with
Culturally
that,
basic.
but in reality you struggle with it that transition because you're carrying this crap around. No one's connecting with it.
So, parts for me.
Inga, the first bag you carried, it's a wedding dress to represent the love you've been holding on to all these years. And let's see what's in the store. Shoes. You've been running away from men for 20 years because none of them were good enough. Alright, this is the most baggage you have. Open up the suitcase. And there's your tiara as a princess. Now, this represents the love you're holding on to as a prince. So, what are we going to do with that baggage? Yeah.
Are you going to fight the fire?
I think the lesson that Patty put on Karina
But what about the unsung heroes of
in this
film?
area around decades of
People like set decorations,
It's really
heroes
like
of
physical
Master
image.
choosing
What
the
that
right
baggage
crowd.
is and
Rights.
hopefully it'll flip a switch inside of her and sort of open up and be accessible to her.
But are you ready?
These are the people who truly deserve credit.
First item is your wedding dress. Throw that
The
money
industry's
into the
largest
fire.
workforce works for themselves.
Please.
We work for
That's
them,
not fucking you.
especially you.
Okay, now take your running shoes.
Fuck you.
No more running away from love.
Fuck you.
Throw those into the fire.
Today, on the Morse court, I
Okay,
want
so
to
good?
better
All right,
relationship.
last one.
And I
Now
don't
this
want to
is serious.
invest anymore.
This is the prince.
restaurant.
Obsessed about our
We need
restaurants
to
where
release
we go.
this for true love to enter into your life.
Chris definitely
Okay.
thinks
Go
that
ahead
my
and
social
get rid
media
of it.
marketing business is a joke.
Oh, we call it career. All she does
Do
is-
it.
that's
One
what
thing
it's
you
all
want.
about.
Social media is just a business. It
Let me know.
has nothing to do with my actual life.
She acts it's like dating
That's
a
what
West
happened
End
to
girl.
Chris, I need you to value me and want to know.
Divorce court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Lynn Toler presiding.
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here today with Sonny Diab and Chris Dillon. The two of you have been together for 2
We
years.
need to release this for true love to enter into your life.
I think it's
We worked
business.
so
I think
hard
it's
to
social media. I think it's a lot of things. Tell me
Bad behavior, which is
why
blocking
you're here.
the prince broke Inga's heart and
I am
he
here
is the
today
prince
because
that
I'm
wants to
trying
be
to
ready
save my
and able to
relationship,
receive
and
true
in
love.
order for
Throw
us
it in
to
the fire. Get rid of it.
together, we have a lot of things that we need to work
Take a
on.
look at the tiara.
For example,
Kiss it goodbye.
Chris is a new restaurant owner, and since he's opened a restaurant, I feel like he's completely neglected me. He has absolutely no time for me. The restaurant is number one. I want
They put
There's a
in.
little harder to throw into the fire.
Fuck with him.
There's a lot of love.
Fuck with him.
Fuck
Fuck with him.
When it comes home, it's the restaurant.
Are you
He's
ready?
leaving. It's the restaurant, and I understand that it's his passion,
Look
and I
at
need
you
to
should be
support
from
that.
home.
But for me being the woman in his life, I still
Then
feel
they
like
lost.
I
The
deserve
recruiting
the
process
time
is really intense.
that he
Because
should
it's
spend
a
with
needle
me.
in a haystack. So we have to really go
I
through
need
each and
to-
every dare with
we'll
a fine
spend
tooth comb.
hours on
Hi, I'm
end
Candace.
playing video games and
Team
on his
Marie.
phone.
Okay. Candace
They're
will
right
come
over
from
on
that,
your
and
side,
Destiny
so we
and
got
Rachel
that.
will be
And the
looking
video
for
game,
income.
we're
Only
going
because
to
they need
how
to
much
get them
time
back
does
to
they
the
spend
swing of
on any
things. You
given
need
day?
to learn how to
Like
work.
35, right?
35, but I mean, she's sleeping and playing games.
How many hours,
Yeah, I said
hours a day
excuses.
does he spend playing video
That really
games?
deserves
So,
love. So I'm looking
and
for a
Chris
woman
really
that
doesn't
is
spend
going
that
to get
many
away with
hours.
I'm not
like
working
her
with
and really wants to love him for who he is. Elizabeth, you're a former WWE diva. But you're so little. How did you
Because I just
I'm really tough. I can even ask the guys and like practice. Ooh, do it to death.
Yeah, I got all that.
Don't push what you couldn't do. I don't give a fuck.
So I'm not gonna
When
hurt you.
That's
I'm
what
not
you
gonna hurt
said.
you.
we cannot be on our phones or playing video games. Yes, do that.
Just do it already.
What? I have woken up in the middle of the night, 3, 4, 5 in the morning to catch him playing video games. Is that not his own time though? When you're asleep, isn't that his time? Yes, Your Honor.
35.
Actually, yeah, Miss Patty, patch me if you fucking YouTube on that screen. Thank you, Miss Patty.
You practice in with difficulty in this relationship.
Yeah, you actually see fucking that. My YouTube channel, like that. This one of
What's that? 10 years ago, I might have agreed with you, but I know people make a lot of money else.
Make him realize that he was in a delicious.
You guys are motherfuckers. I do that, Miss Patty.
The key is really understanding where it comes from, and then kind of
Do you sell
addressing the
good?
underlying issue.
I am sponsored by TRC Glitter Company, yes.
Oh, please.
So that's how it's had a consistent YouTube stream. You got my official commission, $1 limit.
Yeah.
$1 limit for my YouTube.
So let's go with the ones that are, so Betty is definitely, Hurricanes. I love Lori. I mean, she sent it out. It's really like just, she has this.
Even in the motherfucking hotel, if they show, if they see me on the TV, or the channel, you fucking charge me like that, motherfucker net. That's motherfucker cash.
How much money do you make?
I don't fucking know. I make too much motherfucking money. Too much motherfucking money, come on. You want to get really a fucking month after they're going? Yeah, that's tough. You looking at that? It was so make sure you did. Fuck it. You just take the head on me personally? Like, what a soldier, holy shit.
That is a 24-hour-a-day job, 7 days a week. And that's just what that is. But she says, you hang out at the restaurant, you do what you don't need to be there. Is that accurate? Or are you simply doing that which needs to be done?
You know, you want to have to I want my restaurant.
Shut up.
I stand up comedy every now and then. I do. I do stand up. I do Uber.
Shut up. Shut up.
Philadelphia Eagles. Out of college.
Shut up.
Oh.
Shut up.
I'm looking. I'm looking for it.
How did the waiters
Fucking shit.
You like dogs?
Yes. I love them actually. Very beachless.
I had 2 English bulldogs. Loved them my life.
I really like
No, no,
I want
yeah.
to cut your hair because I feel like I'm talking to Peter Brader. There's like a mob. What would you do with a woman that had her heart broken?
Mid or bar.
I'm not that exclusive for the
Get them
lady
comfortable.
tonight.
Soften them up.
Get their eyes.
Oh, I'm flattering right now.
I've met a lot of girls now that are crazy.
I'm not sure I want my girl on a date with somebody who thinks like that. So she's 51. How do you feel about that?
But I mean, she's got a little seasoning to her. That would be something.
Seasoning.
Sex thing.
Right, Larry, will you take the back?
All right, later.
What happened to the days of Rachel and Destin bringing equality men jobs and not broke-ass kids, which were there were 3 of them in the group? Destin and Rachel have totally lost their edge. The men that they brought in were God awful. It's no wonder they had to bring me in. If they want to work for me, they need to step up their game. I'm kind of embarrassed right now. This isn't what we do. I thought if there's anybody I didn't have to teach, it would be you.
And
So
that's
like
the way
I
it
have to
should
be honest with you, like I'm done. I have to think about this. I need a moment. I need a moment.
Contract.
Coming up,
Kissing is only reserved when a man in love, and then there's going to be sex.
Okay, do you think she's behind the door?
I'm working
I
on
don't know. Really don't know.
I'll make don't do it soon.
When's the last time you were in a relationship?
Five
How
years.
long?
6 years.
5 years ago.
Cheated on me.
So you didn't give her the ring. 6 years. Do you think she was pissed when she didn't get the ring? I'm very proud of you. That when you realize the relationship's not working, you cut your losses. Look at this.
You gotta see going to do deciding.
It's time. I think it needs to take my advice. Just be open with your heart and lead with love, so that these men can prove that they're worthy of her love. Despite all the comments, Vanessa Rachel did find two really good men to hang up. Justin
How are you?
and Brandon. Handsome, they love animals, they've got successful careers. It's gonna be perfect. Here's what's gonna happen. Each millionaire's gonna go on the same date twice. That way my clients can judge chemistry in the same environment and the same conditions. Apples to apples, oranges to oranges.
You look beautiful.
Maybe you with my pink flower dress, I fit into it.
It looks great. It looks great.
It's awkward, and I think because of the awkwardness,
No,
I have
it's
been
all
working on
shot.
actually
It's all
drawing inside of me.
No, it's not just me.
It's very disrespectful.
It was a hard time to fall asleep.
You know me.
Yes. Both of them are very handsome and sexy men. Nobody gives me heebie-jeebies.
Where's the action from?
Amsterdam, from Amsterdam.
Uh-huh. So this is what Amsterdam looks like, huh?
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm very typical.
This is typical.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not after this. I don't feel like this is the first date. It's great. I love it.
I have
Please get this up on the line, please. And me following on the bridge.
who had the feeling I already know you a long time.
So I have a question. How soft are your lips?
Mama, she just me, lady.
Okay, cool. I got jokes. That's what I'm saying. What? I could have asked about something else.
Agent Greg seems like a OG, a little bit of a player, I think. I was like, I never kiss on the first date. Actually, I don't even kiss on the second or third. Kissing is only reserved when I'm married, and then there's going to be sex.
You sure, my lady?
I am so sad to say because I'm having so much fun with you that this is the end of the day.
The day was amazing. I was nervous, but as soon as I started talking to her, I was
Whoa.
blown away. How much we had in common. For me, I don't think it could have gone any better. I hope she feels the same way.
My door.
I'm nervous. I'll get that kiss though.
So she's got a big decision to make. I could be the right match. Don't know, but I'd say the ball's in her court. I'm just waiting.
But for that kiss, you're gonna get a fucking sweat out like that. A whole lot in for the
I am so thrilled that Matt gets to know
You
these
saw that
girls
shit
on
in
a
Penny,
date
right?
today. They will see his art, and hopefully they'll get
Saw
to see
that
his
shit.
heart opening up right out of the gate. If Matt leads with his bad jokes, these girls are not going to want him, let alone any girl in life.
Hey, Betty. Oh, you look very nice.
Thank you, sir.
Blue is the color today.
It is. It's
See, it's almost like the color of intelligence.
Automatically, nope.
Or, I don't know.
Sorry.
Anytime I meet somebody for the first time, I tend to be a
I'm
little
just being there.
standoffish.
How
And
much
I
am I?
use my
How
humor
much
to
am I?
deflect that, and I'm going to try not to do that today. Hi, how are you? All right, good to see you.
I chose Betty and Jessica because both of them will bring out the authentic Matt.
No,
Why don't we paint
no, Miss Patty on
what
both.
we
He's
both think
your fucking dick.
love is?
He's
Oh,
absolutely.
Betty was more of my physical type. because I really like brunettes. She seems very sweet, and I'm interested to find out more about her. How long ago were you engaged?
Ooh, good question.
Tuesday?
Yeah. 2 days ago.
My first impression of Jessica is she's very pretty and she's so nice.
We already started on this one. What if we maybe paint together?
I like that idea. So we're doing teamwork.
Yeah.
So if I see any black parts in there, then I think our date's over. So if there's any black in there, or it's really dark, or any like skulls or anything, I'll be a little concerned.
I'll keep that in mind.
Oh wait, sorry, I wasn't supposed to. I'm not gonna make you laugh, sorry.
I wasn't really expecting him to be quite the little artist, so I'm a little intimidated by that, but I'm still having fun.
This is very 70s, isn't it?
But who gets to keep it?
Oh my god, this looks so cheesy, but I can't say it. I'm just basically talking about painting and not really asking you anything about you.
Right.
So, should we take a break? Do you want to sit down and have some of that wine or something?
Absolutely.
3, 2, 1. Happy New Year! Who's your team?
College or
Bro.
Bro, same.
See, I'm a Pats fan.
Are you? That's the breaker right there.
Why? Don't take Tom Brady because he's handsome? I did a lot of work with the Make-A-Wish Foundation. I was volunteer for like 10 years. It took a toll on me, like emotionally, and I sort of stepped away from that.
I'm kind of surprised that we talked about such personal things. I mean, the first day right off the bat, you just shared a lot of really vulnerable things with me, and I just want to thank you. It's important to me that I get to see who you are as a person. It's a very attractive quality, and I know for me it makes me want to be closer.
How do you think it's going so far?
I think it's going well so far.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying myself.
How am I doing though? Am I, because Patty was really stressed, right? For me to be authentic in who I am.
Okay.
And I feel like I'm being that way.
It sounds like you really took a lot of the advice that Patty gave him to heart. So I don't know what he was like before, but I like him now.
Really glad that Patty set us up.
Me too.
Yeah. We have a lot in common. I had a great time. You're such a sweetheart. You're really great.
Jordan, will you do me a favor? We'll bring up the paintings, that Matt had with his dates. I want to take a look at it really quick. This is the moment of truth, and these last few days have been exhausting.
Yeah, this one, that was too, yeah. And they walk.
Kathy says her parents are being ridiculous, and she wants me to convince them that her new love is real. She says she is headed to Argentina to be with the love of her life, and there is nothing they can do to stop it. Take a look.
Yeah, but I just opened this.
Recently met a boy online playing video games, and now she thinks this guy monster who wants to devote his life to her. She wants to go to meet this guy Andres and live with him, which I think is jeopardizing her life. She could be trapped into the trafficking or sex trafficking here, or if she dies because she goes there. I think that Andres says that she's going to take her to a virtual South Argentina. Argentina has a high rate of human trafficking.
So that's when you get me fucking weekend. That's so I think when you're doing that weekend. Huh? Oh yeah, it's bad. I see that. Yeah, I would fuck. That's my money. That's real like keep all that. Something like this, just a hair. You just a fucking hair. Oh, nice. Nice CG. Thank yep. Hey, that's it. Yeah. I'm the one to fucking use. Nice, fantastic. Yeah, get that fucking back for something. Okay, see you. Start checking. That's gonna be the fucking ending credit. At the first one. Star Trek is black, face the black with fucking stars, hawking fucking cheese. Productions. Actually, I believe you. Fucking talk. Yeah, that's all I'm about. I mean, she. What's going on?
Well, the evidence is available. You find things that you weren't here by another time, that there is now due to the underside landlord the sum of $1,000 less payments made or fees of said premises will be terminated. That was the first place. Then your statement relooked at the second location because we expanded. That was the second location.
Are you Dr. Phil?
But the evidence is
Your papa now, Dr. Phil.
termination agreement.
Are you
Your
Dr.
license
Phil?
agreement has been terminated for failure to pay licensing. And then your statement closing with Salon, the third location, was incredibly hard. I did it because I felt it was the only way to get my mother to see how serious I was about me.
I got it. I'm gonna open it. Yeah. Okay, let's try someone a little more bulky. Not muscular, just bulky. And necessarily fat. Still with the facial hair, kind of like mine. Kind of like, yep. Mm-hmm. She wants to try 35 and 40. See if that works. Happy piece of all this shit. I see that again. Next episode. This one. This one. Oh, this one. This nigga like got my phone number. He just let the call the nigga. My line. Oh. Legitimately. Oh. Yeah, I got a back of mine. And the third line. And the fourth bitch. And it's why my brother's phone. They shot. Always. Text my fucking. Come home now. Get exposed. Bake this bitch. No, it's supposed to bake that bitch. Shit. Shot beside that shit. Oh, you got Mrs. Spell. You got Mrs. Spell. That's right.
We can beat the face. You guys keep going after individuals, the system is going to stay intact. You have to have men on your side. And I'm telling you right now, you're going to have a lot of imperfect allies. I'll tell you what happened, but I can't say it directly. There's a book to me that encapsulates my entire experience before I left the show. And the book is called Pimp. It's written by a guy named Iceberg Slim. Yeah, bring it up here. This is Matthew. Matthew is from France. He's white. And yet, he has an original copy of this book written by a Black American who was a pimp in the 40s. Iceberg Slim. His real name was Robert Beck. Got the name Iceberg because he was in a bar in Chicago and there was a shootout in the bar and a bullet went to this nigga's hat and he still finished his drink. Pimps love shit like that. They said, man, you ice cold. And he said, I like it. And it stuck. This book is so heavy in the front. It has a glossary of pimp terms because the ideas are so foreign to the American ears. For instance, do you know what the phrase mileage on a hoe means?
I know. Yeah, you're on YouTube, right? I'm on YouTube.
Of course you don't.
Yeah,
mileage on a hoe is a very wild concept. It means that pimps understand there's a finite amount of bad shit a person can do before they'll lose their fucking mind. And a good pimp can look at a woman that he's never seen before and call it. She's good for 500 bucks. That's mine. Anything over that bitch is gonna spill.
Motherfucking
they do it to you. Why the fuck you think most of us work from 9 to 5?
The fuck? I was 24
9 to 6 might kill a bitch.
Bitches. I'm lit. Y'all still saying that?
Iceberg Slim was the one that broke down.
And no one's still fucking taking advantage.
What a bottom bitch was. Does anyone know what a bottom bitch is? Anyone?
Hey, all y'all playing up. Y'all bottom bitches. Get this shit up.
That's right.
I can't.
That's exactly right. Are you black? That's right. A bottom bitch.
Today's about home person.
She's a bitch that helps him keep the other bitches in line.
Exactly.
Repeat.
Exactly.
She's even the bitch that helps him keep the other bitches in line. The pimp is McDonald's.
This nigga reading the book.
Bottom bitches is French fries.
I want that book too.
The rest of them bitches like fish sandwiches, cherry pies, and shit like that. Iceberg Slim breaks down some of the coldest capitalist concepts I've ever heard in my life. He describes in detail how these men break women so that they will give them the money that they make with their own bodies. There's a story in here so cold it makes me shudder to think about it. Iceberg Slim is trying to control the woman that he finds uncontrollable. So he asks older pimp how he can rein her in. And the older pimp says, oh, that's easy, Iceberg. All you have to do is beat that bitch with a car and then run her back and give her some pills. She'll be so grateful that you fixed her, but she'll forget you were the motherfucker that beat her in the first place.
This is literally fucking cool. You guys are getting
shit. Now, end of this book, Iceberg Slim tells a story. It's kind of the crescendo of the book. And in the story, Iceberg Slim's bottom bitch is at the end of her mileage. When she was good for 500 fucks, she was at 498. She was bubbling. You could see it. She was going crazy. She started saying all kinds of shit. Oh, I always wanted to be in circus. Circus, this bitch is loose. I can juggle too, you know. Juggle. You had to let her go. It's hard to let her go. A bottom bitch go. And he wasn't ready to let her go because his organization couldn't handle losing her. She didn't know that. She didn't know how important she was. So what he did was he called her to a diner. He said, look, bitch, you and I got to part ways. She said, fine, motherfucker. I don't need you anyway because I know somebody at Ringling Brothers. She said, oh, bitch, whatever. I got one last trick for you. It's a big money trick. Do this for me, you get paid, I get paid. We go our separate ways. She said, fine, motherfucker, what do you want me to do? He said, okay, there's a guy in that hotel across the street. He's waiting for you in room number 7. You should go over there and I want you to fuck him. But before you do, I need you to put some of this stuff in his drink. Then he's gonna fall asleep. When he does, there's a briefcase on his bed. Bring the briefcase to me. That's the trick, bitch. Can you handle it? She said, fuck yeah, I can handle it. I can't wait to get rid of you. She ran outside, jumped on a unicycle, and pedaled across the street. An Iceberg washed her. He was like, man, she's pretty good. Man, if I never jerked off in her face, maybe she would have been in the circus right now. She runs up to the motel steps and she disappears in room number 7. She's gone for a real long time. Real long time. So long, in fact, that Iceberg got a little worried. And then, suddenly, she came back. What's going on, bitch? Where's the briefcase? She said, I didn't get it, Daddy. I said, what do you mean you didn't get the briefcase, bitch? What's wrong with you? She said, oh, I did everything you said, but that man didn't look right. Something wrong, Daddy. What do you mean something wrong, bitch? Did you put that stuff in his drink? She said, I did everything you said, Daddy. I put all of it in his drink. He said, wait a minute, bitch. Wait a minute. You put all of it in his drink? Now he had to see for himself. 2 of them go across the street to the motel. They go to room number 7. And on the bed, laying lifelessly, is the white man she was supposed to fuck. And Iceberg said, you right, bitch. She don't look good. What the fuck? So he called a friend of his that was a doctor that was close by. The doctor came in, gave the guy a thorough examination, and told them both it was obvious. Slim, this motherfucker is dead. Oh, God, Daddy. Oh, no. Oh, no, we killed him. He said, calm down, bitch. We didn't do anything. You killed this motherfucker. And they reached under the bed and grabbed the briefcase, popped it open. It's filled with money. More money than any of it ever seen. Iceberg took a little bit of the money and gave it to the doctor, and the doctor left discreetly. All right, bitch, let me think. I can fix this for you. I know somebody I can call. But if I call him, you owe these motherfuckers a big favor. God damn, please. I don't want to go to jail. Neither do I, bitch. So you shut up. Picked up the phone. She heard him mumbling on the phone a little bit. We hung up the phone. And she was pacing the room. He was just standing there cool. And they were waiting. And suddenly, a van pulled up downstairs. 2 guys get out of the carpet. They walk upstairs. They roll that carpet out on the floor. They throw the body in the carpet. They roll that motherfucker up like a burrito. They pick that shit up and they throw it in the back of the van. Come back up and Iceberg opens the briefcase again. Gives them a little money. He says, I'll get in touch with you guys later. They say, you're not going to get in touch with us at all. You'll find you. He said, whatever. Oh, God, Daddy. Oh, God. Just relax, bitch. Listen.
Yeah, man. I was on fucking beta shit. I'm the fucking alpha.
You had to leave separate.
Fuck, I can find the bitch.
She went, she got the car. Iceberg grabbed that briefcase, waited a few minutes.
The next fucking iPhone coming out
with. They both
That's
got
fucking
in the car
iPhone.
and they drove off. She was a blubbering mess.
And that bitch ain't it.
Oh, you did all this shit. He said, I told you, bitch, we didn't do anything.
This is the 5.
You killed a motherfucker, and I cleaned him up.
It stands for
Now we got a
5.
secret, okay? I know I'm not going to tell
iPhone 11.
you. Oh, no.
Actually, fucking 12. Thank you, Mr. Cook. You always go back to the goddamn.
I need you to stay with me for a while till this shit goes down.
That's right. Just okay. Fuck away. And he said your iPhone.
That's the game. That's how the whole shit works, ladies. You understand? This bitch was at the end of a mile. She was at 498. She ended up tricking for Iceberg for another 6 months. She must have turned another 200 tricks for him. Fuck. You understand? Some cold shit. And the cold shit about it is that the dead guy on the bed wasn't even dead at all. This motherfucker was just a friend of Iceberg's acting like he's asleep. The doctor wasn't a doctor. It was a motherfucking butcher that happened to have a white coat. And the dudes who came in the moving van clothes was dressed like movers because they were movers. Iceberg had gotten a new apartment. And the bag of money was Iceberg's money in the first place. The money he got from all those livings. That's a cold game. Why the fuck is my guy? That's the motherfucking Catholics manifest
in the basement.
And that's why I went to South Africa. So now
he's in the basement. What it is, he's in the basement.
And CC Essential Bank, loose change, body slamming, big money tanks. We tell God thanks. Y'all telling us that God don't rank. That's why your breath stink. Lay off the bacon and the smokes. Quit laying off the good working folks. Quit the hoax. Lay off.
But watch him know what time like. Chappelle. Yo, you got me, nigga. Yeah, I'm about to YouTube. Always keep that bitch open. Hey, yep. Always keep that bitch alive. Yeah, guys, want to speed down. Fuck that shit right now. I'm about to walk on to you. Oh, that's a bitch. Oh, that's a bitch. I did close it down. My bad. Thank you all. And I'm back.
Thank you for coming. God damn. I did it big this year.
Oh, yeah.
From cable, nigga, goddamn. Thanks for coming out and thanks for making a nigga feel comfortable in the gayest place on earth. guys got Disney World jealous out this motherfucker. Man, I didn't really think it was that gay at first. I was like, what is everybody? Because when I was coming out here, everyone was like, man, that place is really gay. So what the fuck is everybody talking about? It's not so gay. And then I wandered into that Castro. God dang, I said, this is America's anus right here. This shit is deep. Went to that Tenderloin. It was nothing tender about that motherfucker at all. That shit was rough. The opposite of tender. I have never seen crack smoke so casually before. These niggas was sitting in front of Starbucks smoking crack and drinking coffee. I said, this is off the hook. Talking about politics. I seen one crackhead trying to break into somebody's car, man, and it struck a chord with me. I tried to stop. I said, hey! And he looked back and saw me and said, oh, keep an eye out. I said, nigga, that was me that said that. I'm trying to help you. I want this shit to stop. Crackheads are like that. I had a crackhead break my car window one time. Broke it! You know what he stole? Fucking candy bar I had lying on the seat. That's all he took. The goddamn candy bar. I was so mad. I drove around the neighborhood for 5 hours looking for a crackhead with chocolate on his face. I did that. I finally found when I grabbed that motherfucker and said, hey man, what's all this chocolate on your face? Motherfucker? He looked confused. Chocolate? This is doo-doo, baby. I said, ah! Oh, man. This place is insane. But you know what I like about San Fran? The reason I picked this city to do my special is because of all the major cities in America, somehow people get along here better than anywhere else I've seen in the country. That's right. That's right. And I always admired San Fran for that. And today I realized how you did it. Put all the niggas on the other side of that bridge. There's nothing, this shit ain't happy on that side. When you leave San Francisco, like, bye, thanks for coming to San Francisco. Come back in April, we're having a sale on Birkenstocks. As soon as you get to the other side, welcome to Oakland, bitch. It's fucking crazy. But it also feel like it's an East Coast city and the West Coast. You guys got subways and shit. I'm scared of public transportation. I was on a bus that was held hostage 45 minutes. It wasn't like it, and I don't want to give you that impression. It was a dude jerking off, but the shit was scary, son. It was scary. Right before it happened, I was on the bus smoking a cigarette. It's a long story. It's not the coolest shit I ever did. And people freaked out. Sir! Sir, put that goddamn cigarette out, okay? This is everybody's air, sir. I flicked it. I didn't want any trouble. And just at that moment, coincidentally, this homeless dude out of nowhere pulls his dick out. Started beating off. And I was furious. Because nobody said shit to this guy. They were just looking like, oh my God. I was the only one on the bus that had the balls to say anything to him. And it's not even like I was brave, really. It was, you know, I was sitting next to the motherfucker. I had to say something. Come on, dog, you hit my elbows. Stop. Stop. That's all I said. I didn't want to say too much. Guys beating off on the bus means there's something wrong with this motherfucker. He's not wrapped so tight. I didn't want to push him over the edge. As soon as I said something, all these dummies on the bus, now they're brave. He's right. Put your goddamn cock away. I don't want to see this anymore. I didn't want to see it either. Yeah! Now the guy flips out. All right, everybody, back up. Back up. I tried to be nice about this. Now everybody freaks out. Oh my God, it's a biological attack. Oh. I'm caught in the middle. I can't lose my cool. I said, hey, everybody, just calm the fuck down and you're going to get me shot. So just be cool. Let's do what this man says so he'll leave us alone. Now everybody gets quiet. That's better. That is better.
Motherfucking former president.
And then he started walking up and down the aisles, just terrorizing us.
Swear to the sky.
And then he starts making demands. You in the pink shirt?
Are you fucking here?
Squeeze your tits together. No. You stick your finger in your butt. What? Oh God, why is this happening? Oh God. He was working my way. Shit was tight. Just that minute. I got saved, dudes. I was so lucky. This guy at the other end of the bus, he snapped. He lost his mind. I seen it happen. Ah! He screamed out, rush him! He can't come on all of us and charge him out. Ah! And it was like a movie. This homeless dude seen him coming, and shot one off. Ah! I dodged that shit like the Matrix, nigga. The guy behind me wasn't so lucky, y'all. No! Oh! That shit was gross. It didn't kill him, but I'm sure that fucked his day up. You're not gonna have a normal day if the homeless dude busts a nut on your forehead and 8:30 in the morning. That's a wrap on the rest of the day. This guy was freaking out. It burns! Oh! 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 Everyone was standing around looking. Even the homeless dude felt bad. I guess he was finished. He came back to his senses. This is my stuff. I said, relax, motherfucker. I had to say something. Relax. Oh, I can't. I got AIDS. I know it. I said, you can't get AIDS from a homeless dude busting a nut on your forehead. That's not how it spreads. I don't even know if that's just true. That's just what I told him, man. He was so scared I had to say something. I don't know where AIDS comes from. Who the fuck knows? Scientists don't even know. Scientists still say AIDS started because somebody had sex with a monkey. Word. After all this research, this is the best explanation that you came up with, mother. Nobody fucks monkeys and people, you idiot. You either fuck monkeys or you fuck people. That's it. There's no in between. You're not gonna get some monkey pussy on Tuesday and then be like, oh, let me call Charlene on Thursday. No. Once you fuck a monkey, that's a firm decision. Out of the human pussy game for good.
So you people fucking something.
It's ridiculous. You act like monkeys are just as open as waiting for people to fuck them, man. It's ridiculous. Monkeys don't want to be fucked by people. Think about it. Think how hard it would be to catch a monkey and fuck it. That's ridiculous. That's how it had to go down. You think you're just gonna walk up to him in the woods and bribe this nigga with fruits and bananas? And, hey, buddy. Hey. Hey. There you go, buddy. Yeah. Yeah. There you go, your big bright red ass. This big bright red booty. You know how strong a monkey is? Would rip your dick off like a celery stalk. Just throw that shit in the tall grass, can never be seen again. Hey, dog, we're gonna go to the club, pick up some girls who trying to roll. Nah, man, I'm cool. I'm gonna stay home, dog. Chill with my monkey. You know how long it took me to train this monkey suck my dick without peeling it. Last night, Chim Chim jerked me off with his feet. Nigga, only a monkey can show you that kind of love and tenderness. So y'all can keep fucking these people if you want, niggas. No monkey pussy for me. Hooking up with an orangutan next week. That's all I fuck is chips and orangutans. You know who I feel real bad for is Indians. Everybody feels bad for Indians. They get dogged openly because everybody thinks they're dead. These motherfuckers are not all dead, all right? With my own eyes, I've seen a gathering of 1,500 Native Americans. They were all gathered in one place. The place is called Walmart in New Mexico. There's Indians there, but I've never seen Indians before. I wasn't even sure if they were Indians. It's fucked up, but I asked one of them. It's not nice, but I seen him in the sports section looking at bows and arrows. I had to say something. Oh, excuse me. I don't mean to be rude. Are you an Indian? And he was cool. Yes. Yes, I'm Indian. Still didn't believe him. I had to test him to be sure. This is fucked up. But I had a gum wrapper in my pocket, so I balled that shit up and I threw it on the floor. And a single tear came out his eye. I said, oh, shit. I had so many questions.
I told you. Fucking home.
So what tribe are you from?
Shit.
I am a Navajo. I said, word. I studied you in social studies. You're a hunter-gatherer, correct? I said, I guess so. That's what you wish to call it. I said, wow, what do you call it? He said, I am an alcoholic. I said, well, what's your name, dog? He said, please. Dog is my cousin. That was a good guess. My name is Running Coyote. What is your name, friend? And that shit caught me off guard. I mean, I didn't want to say my name was Dave to a motherfucker named Running Coyote. This don't feel good enough. He just put me on the spot. I said, huh? My name, what? Oh, my name's Blackfeet. Then I changed the subject. Forget about me. What's going on with you? I want to meet your chief. Why don't me, you, and your chief and your friends get together tonight? We could have a real live peace pipe smoking ritual. We need to celebrate, nigga. I thought you were dead. And he set it up. It was beautiful. It was just like I dreamed. It was all sitting around. Indians was beating the drum. All Indians came out the back with a long blanket that was folded in half and put it in front of us. Open that shit up, and on the blanket was a long wooden pipe with feathers, and bags of weed were all over the blanket. Chief walked over. The big ones are 50. The little ones are 25. These are 10. Man, those Indians got high as shit. I was begging. I told the chief. We was talking. I cut him off. Time out, chief. Sorry to interrupt. Fucking smash, man. The weed's too strong. I'm itching. This is PCP. The spirits have got me. Chief, the spirits have got me. And the chief threw some water in my face. Calm down, Blackface. Splash. I said, hey, it's Blackfeet, motherfucker. Take it easy. Blackfeet, you're welcome to stay amongst me and my tribe for the night until the spirits leave you. And they gave me my own teepee to sleep in, which sounds nice. I personally felt like it was a little fucked up, you know, because they all had houses, man. It's like, why can't I sleep with y'all in the house and watch TV? Like, I can't be on this grass all night. Yeah, Indians is rude, man. Everybody's rude. Indians, they eat nasty food. All they ate was corn and shit. Doritos, I think they call it. That's right. People only see the surface. They see the division in our foods. Just because I eat chicken and watermelon, they think that that's something wrong with me. Let me tell you something. If you don't like chicken or watermelon, something's wrong with you, motherfucker. There's something wrong with you. Where are all these people that don't like chicken and watermelon? I'm sick of hearing about how bad it is. It's great. I'm waiting for chicken to approach me to do a commercial, nigga. I'll do it for free, chicken. It's the least I can do. They make fun of Latin people for eating, what y'all eat? Beans, rice, corn. Listen, that's not a reason to hate a motherfucker, all right? It's funny, but it's not a reason to hate. The only reason these things are even an issue is because nobody knows what white people eat. You've been very good at keeping that shit a secret amongst yourselves. I study white people. You don't know that. I'm writing a paper on you. Not even for school, nigga, just to do it. Just to get, I'm just doing independent research. I'm spending my money. That's why I'm working so hard. I follow you around grocery stores. They freak out. I just try to peek in the cart. They always say, get away from my cart, nigga. What are you looking at? Chicken and giblets are over there. You must be lost. These are vegetables. I know what you drink. See how quiet I got? Grape juice. Surprise, motherfuckers. You didn't know I knew about grape juice, did you? Oh, don't play dumb with me, little hubbas. A lot of black people don't have the privilege of knowing about grape juice because they have grape drink. It's not the same formula that you get. Ain't no vitamins in that shit. You might have one of your black friends over, Todd. Todd, would you care for a glass of grape juice? Nigga, what the fuck is juice? I want some grape drink, baby. It's purple. I don't think I know what a grape drink is. What? I have some apple juice if you want. What the fuck is juice? I want some apple drink. Scream. Remember that commercial for Sunny Delight when all the kids run in from outside playing? They all run to the fridge. All right, I got some purple stuff, some Sunny D. As soon as I say Sunny D, all the kids go, yeah! Watch the black kid in the back. If you ever see that commercial again, look at that black kid. He'd be like, I want that purple stuff. That's drink, nigga. It's drink. They want drink. I want all them vitamins, nigga. I want drink. Sugar, water, purple. That's the ingredient. Sugar, water, and of course, purple. It's too fucking much. I got a lot of things to talk about tonight. First of all, I've stopped smoking weed. With black people, you didn't let me finish, motherfuckers. God damn. I'm sorry, black people, to break the news so publicly, but I can't smoke with you anymore. Every time I smoke weed with my black friends, all you talk about is your trials and tribulations. I'm sick of that shit. I got my own problems. That's a waste of weed. I'm smoking weed to run away from my problems, not take on yours. From now on, I smoke weed exclusively with white people. Calm down, motherfuckers. You win by default. You got good weed conversation. All white people talk about when they get high is other times that they got high. I can listen to that shit all night. Dude, remember at Frank's last week? It's fucking smashed, man. And catalogs everything they drink. 2 shots of Jaeger, tequila, 4 bong hits, man. Beer, cheeseburger. That shit is great. Only bad part is you cannot pass out around white people. Every time white dudes pass out around each other, they always do some borderline gay shit when the guys asleep. Frank fell asleep, so he like stuck a carrot in his ass and put shaving cream on his balls. Like, why, motherfucker? Why'd you do that to a friend of yours? He trusted you enough to sleep around you. You gonna put a carrot in his ass? Is that nice? I tell you right now, if I put a carrot in a black dude's ass, a nigga will kill you when he wakes up for some shit like that. That is an automatic death sentence on the street. It's a rap for you. I'm gonna kill that motherfucker. I thought y'all was friends, baby. What happened? I fell asleep at his house, right? We was drinking, and I fell asleep at his house, and while I was sleeping, right? I'm just gonna kill that motherfucker, all right? That's all you need to know. Fuck carrots. But everybody's getting along. I see that shit. I see it all around. Blacks and whites don't fight so much. You know who don't have no beef with anybody is Asian people. I see how y'all be doing. Y'all just lay in the cut. Only people Asian people beef with is other Asian people. Like if you call a Korean guy Chinese, I've done this. They will flip out. Hey! What make you think I'm Chinese? I am Korean. I look Chinese. Yes, motherfucker, you do look Chinese. That's why I said it. It's an accident. Nigga, to the untrained eye, you all look Chinese to me. It's a mistake. I'm not trying to offend you. Some people say all black people look alike. We don't get bent out of shape. We normally just call those people police. Okay? Just learn to live with it. That's all I can tell you. Everybody's afraid of police now. I'm scared to death of these police. I am, nigga. I got a police scanner. First money I got, this is the first shit I went out, bought me a police scanner. I just listen to these motherfuckers before I go out, just to make sure everything's cool. You hear shit on it.
Calling all cars. Be on the lookout for blackmail between 4-7 and 6-8.
Staying in the crib tonight. Fuck that. Gotta work on that alibi for a minute. Every black person needs an alibi. I do them impromptu joints. If I'm by myself and need out, I'll just open up the windows in the apartment, turn all the lights on, start beating off right in the window. Look at me. Hey, everybody, look, it's me, Dave Chappelle. I'm crazy. I'm jerking off. Note the time, motherfuckers. It's 2:35. Look at me. I'm jerking off my window. 2:35. Comedian Dave Chappelle is June 10th. Note the time. That shit could save my life.
Officer Dave Chappelle couldn't have done that. I saw him in his window masturbating from 2:35 to 2:37. I'm certain of it. He was standing on a clock and holding a calendar and today's paper.
Fuck, I need an alibi. I can't be no celebrity. This shit is just the worst. I'm seeing it. I see why stars are crazy now. These motherfuckers. I went to Disney World with my kids, which is a big deal for me. I don't get to see my kids so much. I do Chappelle show 20 hours a day, sleep for like half an hour, raise my kids for 10, 20 minutes, and I go back to work. Now, this particular day, I got to hook up the kids. We went to Disney World. Everybody at the park. Fucking everybody. Hey! Rick James, bitch. Hey, I'm Rick James, bitch. It's like, hey, man, hey. You might not call me a bitch in front of my kids. Time out, motherfucker. We take a day off. Even Mickey Mouse did it. I said, this is the most unprofessional shit I have ever seen in my life. Rick James, bitch. Oh, I was fed up. I caught that motherfucker with an uppercut. Pop! Knocked his head clean off. Everybody was screaming. Oh my God. Oh my God. Mickey Mouse is Mexican. I had a terrible time in Disney World. Disney World is like a whole nother country anyway. They got their own currency. That shit is
Ridiculous. As soon as I check in the hotels, welcome to Disney World, Mr. Chappelle. Can we interest you in some Disney dollars? Nah, man, I'm cool. Can't buy weed and pussy with Disney dollars. Like, I'm on vacation. I like them greenbacks. You know what I'm saying? It's the kind of money people spend. People is very particular about that. I saw that. That was one of the main stories from the war. Was the first big thing we did was they said, now that Iraq has been liberated, we have managed to take Saddam Hussein's face off of the money. And I'm not gonna lie, when that press conference came out, I was like choked up. I was actually proud to be an American because that is a very subtle psychological nuance of oppression to have a dictator on your money. And it's thoughtful to be able to take that motherfucker off for the goodwill of another person, right? But then I thought, well, if you could do that for Iraq, what about our money, man? Our money look like baseball cards with slave owners on. George Washington's